tiptoeing through issues, ain't no walking around it. We don't tolerate disrespect, even if we surround it. But like siblings with bad advice, we keep each other grounded. Cause we family, it's all love, we all here to grow. So help us hit 1 million views and hit 1 million more. Please tell your nephews, nieces, and uncles, aunts, sis, and bro to hit like, share, and subscribe. Welcome to the show. Whether we agree or disagree, baby, we can't figure it out unless we sit down and talk about it, man. Let's kick it in first.
Found out my son had autism. That wasn't a thing when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't know the autism. I was hearing, you know what I mean? I didn't know that. You know what I mean? Yeah, the doctor told me that my son had the autism. I'm like, well, sure, how long has he got? You know what I mean? We talking months, years. You know what I mean?
How long has he got?
Yeah. Doctor like, nah.
Hey, welcome to Kick It and Converse, man. We live for our live viewers. You understand me? Lot going on right now, man. Lot going on. We got a special guest in the building. You know what I mean? A real go-getter. You understand me? Entrepreneur. Comedian.
Right. Touching the land out here.
Realtor.
Real estate.
Realtor. You know what I mean? Financial advisor. You know what I mean? We're going to be giving away a lot of game, man, and on how to buy a home. First-time home buyers, correct? T-Kells.
T-Kells. Tap in. T-Kells 103.
I'm Self the Artist, a.k.a. Mr. Know-It-All.
And I'm Elliot Vreeland.
Yeah.
Elliot Vreeland.
You know,
I think a lot of people already know who you are, though.
Yeah, you know, that's
especially in this, you know,
in this scene. Like, you just go by your name, especially for the entertainment. Some people change the name and get, you know what I mean, add a name, and I'm like, well, how they gonna know who I am?
Right.
I gotta start over again.
Right. Gotta keep it simple, baby.
And right about now, we need y'all to click, subscribe, share, you know, on this YouTube page.
Please do.
You know, get in tune with us. We doing big things. We making stuff happen around here.
Please do, man.
But we got our guest here.
Yeah, so man, appreciate y'all for having me, man. You know, it's a lot of stuff going on in the real estate world. So recently, something that I manifested a little over a year ago to start my own real estate team.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I designed my team around helping out newer agents, people who want to get into the field. So I started doing these team meetings about a year ago, to invite people out about once a month, you know, have some food and some drink and just share some knowledge about how to get into the field, how to start a career.
Y'all kick it and converse.
Yeah,
that's what you're doing.
We kick it and converse. You know, because I was, you know, I was coming off my first $100,000 a year of my life. You know what I mean? And I grew up and, you know, I had kids young. I was Section 8 welfare and I was a teacher. So I worked in education for a long time. But just like some people, you work at a job for so long and you just want to grow. You know what I mean? You're tired of being broke. You know what I mean? You got to come up with a plan. How can I get out of poverty? You know, and becoming a real estate agent was my way out. You know, and I just like to share that story. And then, I mean, I remember 7 years ago when I first got my license, the day I got my license, I was showing somebody a house. And they was like, I like it, I want to put an offer. I'm like, oh shit, I don't know how to do that yet. You know what I mean? Like,
I want you to do that too.
Grab your phone, let me call my guy.
I'm like, this is what I
think we got one.
Yeah, I think you want it.
I'm like, this is supposed to be good news, but it's making me nervous.
Right.
You know, so I remember having to go back to the office. I'm walking around, I'm saying, I know somebody around here know how to put an offer. You know what I mean? I got a hot one. You know? And but now I take that moment of remember me in the beginning, and now I'm starting a team where now that first day where you get your first client and got to put in your first offer, you got me to help you out. You know what I mean? You got me. You got me to show you how to do it, so you can walk into your first appointments with confidence and be a new agent with confidence and say, you know what, I'm new. But I'm a part of a team that has a certain amount of expertise. Yeah, so you know what I mean? I'm not just going to be trial and error on your house purchase. You know what I mean?
Your 30-year fixed mortgage.
Go find somebody else.
Who want to be somebody's first client?
Oh, my bad.
Like, just like we barbers. Like, you come in and people don't want to sit in the guy in the chair who just been sitting there. They're like, hold on, I ain't seen this dude get active.
Like you be nervous going to the barber school to get your hair cut.
Exactly.
Don't nobody go to the real estate school looking for the realtors.
No, they don't.
Wait till somebody who's graduated.
I want to see your credentials.
Has a little experience.
Word of mouth.
Okay,
yeah.
Word of mouth. You know, and I think that's hella dope, man. You know, we appreciate just giving the game away, because that's what it's really about. It's not about holding it to your chest. You know what I mean? It's about helping others. You know what I mean? And clearly your track record says that that's pretty much what you do on a daily basis.
So then another thing, and then I learned kicking and conversing with these people who want to get into real estate, and I realized that some people's dilemma is they don't got enough money to pay for school. Mm-hmm. So since this day, I've created 3 scholarships to pay for someone to go to real estate school. Okay. And I just do it out of my own pocket. I ain't got nobody signing no paperwork. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Y'all hear that, right?
Yeah, I literally just... you know, and I put trust in people. I literally just send somebody Cash App.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's like I'm taking you seriously. You know what I mean? You run off with the money, I ain't gonna chase you down. But everybody has signed up for classes, and some of them have just graduated and got their license, and now they're starting their real estate career. And it's kind of a special moment for me to see this person. Help that person get over their hump, and now we're building a team together. And there's some incentive for me, but it's a really cool way that I have my team designed, where you actually make more money per transaction to join my team than if you were to work as an individual. So it's kind of a no-brainer. Once I learned about running a team, some of these people, they do the opposite.
Bay, you listening?
Where they charge you an additional amount to help them out in the beginning. Yeah. And I actually give them opportunity to make more money in the beginning, because they say that I think the stat is about 80% of realtors don't make it past the first year. So I'm trying to create something to change that number, at least within my team.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then just as far as working with clients, we coming off a crazy year of real estate. It's a seller's market.
Like a motherfucker.
Everybody was going crazy. The interest rate
still is.
Yeah, it's still crazy. Some people, 7, 8, 9. Some of these stores 7, 8, 9, 10 offers. People going 30, 40, 50,000 over asking price.
That's damn near mandatory right now. Yeah. If you ain't offering at least 25% over asking, 30%, it's tight. You know what I mean?
But I'm patient.
So how much longer you think this crisis is going to be?
So it's starting to mellow out now. You know what I mean? I went from 10 to 15 offers a house, and now maybe 1 to 3, 4. Depending on the house. Sometimes we might get 6, 7 offers. Some people price it right. Somebody price it low, it's going to get a lot of activity. But the interest rates is rising now. You know what I mean?
So it's a good time to jump on it.
So they're predicted to keep going up.
Yeah.
I got a question. So, as far as credit scores go.
So credit score. So now that there's not like a set amount. Now certain programs might have a set amount where if you want to do MHFA, like there's a program through the state that never runs out of money. You got to have about a 640 for that. Yeah. So that's usually what I tell people the goal is. But I also work with multiple lenders who work with multiple programs. I've had somebody approved for a loan with as low as a 591.
The interest rate gonna be ridiculous though, right?
So the interest rate is the better
the credit score, better the interest rate.
Your goal should always try to be to have the best credit score possible. But some people who don't quite have the best credit, there still might be some options for you.
So if you don't have the best credit, what is a good way to get your credit in? Because you can't. A lot of people don't know the first step. So what's because I remember I tried to go. I went.
Pay that stuff off.
Hey, look. Hey,
pay your bills.
Hey, I remember.
I think we all know the first step.
I remember I went to the motherfucker because the plan wasn't to buy a house until I met Bay and all that. I had a family, but I remember when I went in and they wouldn't even give my ass a motherfucking They wouldn't give my ass a goddamn a credit union account.
They wouldn't give me a security
They
card.
said me, hey, look, I went to go get a account at the credit union. They said, could you step into the side office and talk to our... I thought maybe, something was wrong. They said, so we're going to need you to fix this, and this. And then these over here, we definitely need you to fix these. Yeah. And once you come back, then we can work with you. I said, that's damn near $13,000 in. Yeah. You know what I mean? I knew I had this shit, but I was trying to open an account.
Trust me, I know. I was a single dad of 5 kids for a long time. You know what I mean? I got a girl now, but I'm a single dad raising 5 kids for a long time. You know what I mean? I remember being paying child support, all this child support. Yeah. You know what I mean? But the kids still live with me, and it was a long process of trying to fight this child support. So I'm like, you know, they pay your bills. I said, I couldn't afford it. So I went a lot of years where, you know what I mean, I couldn't really, you know, I'm just trying to get survive. So I'm like, I've been there too, you know what I mean? And and it's hard to get out of that, you know what I mean? And everybody's plan is kind of differently, you know what I mean? It depends on how much time you got, how busy you are. Sometimes it's easy, you know, if you got some money coming in, you could hire a company to just, you know, kind of do some of the footwork for you, you know what I mean? You can get on the Experian app, you know what I mean? You can print out some...
Experian, what's that?
Experian, it's like a credit rate app, but you know what I mean? They can show you some of the things that's against you, and then my suggestion is first of all is try to challenge what you can. You know what I mean? Always. And there's literally just like a button you can push, challenge, and then you type in the reason, and then if that gets declined, you can actually send in a letter. So I have had people have more successes when they send in the actual letter and challenge it that way. Yeah. You know, and now there's other things that are changing where there's some things changing with medical bills where they're not going to affect you as negatively.
What about student loans?
Student loans is something that you really want to, that you might not have to pay off in full.
But with the student loans right now, if y'all got any student loans and you looking to buy it right now, the best time, because a lot of student loans is in deferment right now.
Yeah.
So if you're really trying to do something now for that stuff fall back on your credit report, it's good to act now on that.
Yeah, exactly. So take advantage of those deferments and just and then you can sometimes just try to pay the minimum amount. You know what I mean? Get what you can, try to get the minimum amount because they want to see
some type of effort,
consistency. And sometimes you don't have to pay everything off. Sometimes it affects your credit negative. Like, it's the weirdest thing in the world. You pay off your car.
Exactly.
And then when you pay off your car, your credit score drops. Like, hold on, I just, you know what I mean?
I just looked out for y'all.
And then people calling me upset. I'm like, well, you know? It
seems like
the right thing to do to me. I mean.
Because like I said, it was a point where I couldn't even get a secured card. I couldn't even pay for my credit card up front and get a credit card. Yeah. And they was... I got refused for it. So
and then a lot of people are better off than they really think they are. Yeah. You know what I mean? Some people are just scared to take that first step. I've had a lot of people I send them to get an pre-approval letter.
I most definitely was.
And next thing you know, they're like, I'm approved for $350.
Yeah.
And now, you know, that letter is powerful.
Yeah, that was.
You know what I mean? That means you can, you know, you see something, you have the opportunity.
Power right there.
Now, you know, what I do also recommend is just because you're approved for that amount,
don't go there.
Just have a conversation with the loan officer. You know what I mean? Know what your mortgage amount is going to be.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, don't have me showing you $350,000 houses, and then you're like, hold on, the mortgage is what? And then I'm like, well, we should have been looking at $280 this whole time.
Right, you know? I noticed like a lot of like housing apps, like it'll show you like your estimate, whatever. A lot of times you got to get a breakdown on what yours will be though, because that estimate ain't guaranteed to be your estimate.
And then sometimes people going off the loan estimates on like Zillow or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, they might say
said don't go off the loan.
$89 a month mortgage.
Don't go off the Zillow loan.
Zillow's, you know, it's a decent place to look, you know, to browse around. But you know, if you really get an approval letter, you want to get with a realtor, preferably me. You know, to start you up a search on the MLS where it's accurate, up to date.
MLS, what's that?
That's the it's the listing site through the Association of Realtors. So every license.
I'm just asking for the viewers, because not everybody knows everything.
Every real estate agent has access to a search engine that can help you find multifamily houses, apartment buildings, single family condo. And then, what will happen is I'll meet with somebody and find out what areas they like to live in, what the minimum amount of bedrooms and bathrooms their house needs to have, Would you consider, have you ever thought about homesteading a duplex, living in one side, renting out another? There's actually a really good program right now that's giving away a lot of grant money for non-white people to homestead duplexes.
I'll hear that.
You know what I mean? So
minorities.
Let them know again.
And this I had a girl close on a house a couple weeks ago. So she literally not only didn't put no money down to buy the house, she got a check for $2,600 at closing. So she literally, I'm literally getting people paid.
Living room, bedroom set.
Couple trinkets.
To become landlords and own investment properties. And that's a way too. Sometimes you might look at a single family and you're like, man, that mortgage is a little higher than I'd like it to be. You know what I mean? Maybe I want to step back. Maybe I want to buy a duplex. Maybe I want to rent out one unit and then just, you know what I mean, pay the difference in the mortgage. And now, you know what I mean? Yeah. In that scenario, you know, the difference in the mortgage left is like $500.
Yeah,
there's no house
you back in the early 90s.
There's no house you can buy.
Yeah.
Now it does come with some responsibility.
Yeah.
You are a landlord. You know what I mean? You have to. You know what I mean? So it's not just free money. You know what I mean? You're essentially starting up a business. Yeah. You know, you're a landlord. You're gonna have to LLC your business, and you know, there's a lot of steps that you need to take. But the program that's giving away the money, they also make you take landlord classes. Okay. First time home buyer. So you know what I mean? They're not just throwing you out, and then you always have. Me or whoever your realtor is, hopefully, you know what I mean, if they're doing the right thing.
We most definitely gonna talk.
Yeah.
Off the record. But we because I just went I went to see it was I believe it was a multifamily. I mean a multifamily home out in Maple Grove. So then my realtor, I'm talking to him about it. He telling me, you know, but I be so caught up at work, so I'm delaying it. So I had an appointment to go see the place Saturday.
The hell going on?
I had an appointment to go see the place Saturday. And I don't finish up work till like after 6 on Saturdays.
Yeah.
So I hit him up. I'm like, man, what's up? We gonna go see this place. Then next thing you know, he hit me back saying, it's pending now.
Yeah, you know.
It's pending. He's like, when you see this stuff, you got to get on it.
Yeah.
And it was nice. It was out in Maple Road. It was nice.
And it's hard too, because sometimes, like, if I first started working with somebody, they send me 10 houses. Yeah. You know, I'm like, all right, well, I want you to kind of rank these first because some of these ain't going to be here. Yeah. You know, we're talking about 2-3 days later, the house might be under inspection or pending. And then another thing people are doing, because of the competitive market, a lot of people are skipping the inspection.
Yeah. You know? I know a female, she's an inspector. So she's telling me that don't let him waive your inspections. Yeah. Call me up.
Yeah. And now.
So, because I guess a lot of people are doing that. So what's the reason
waiving the
behind
inspection?
Doing that?
So now think about it. If you put yourself in the seller's shoes. Yeah. You know, if somebody wants to buy your house and they say, I don't even need to look at nothing. It's like buying a car without test driving it. I'll pay you right. You know what I mean? It's, you know, it's one big step that things can't go wrong. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's, but that's something you should know. You know what I mean? You ever gonna buy a car without test driving it? Exactly. Because that's essentially what you're doing. Yeah.
You turn the key and that bitch don't start, and it ain't the battery.
Yeah. So there's
tight.
There's a lot of people last year in this competitive market they're fighting over. So that you know, now the realtors are like, well, you could waive the inspection, make your offer a little stronger. Because if you got, say, you 2 people in a 350 offer, one got no inspection, one does. They're gonna go to no inspection. Yeah. You know what I mean? People understand that.
Because that money right there.
But now there's all these people coming up and they're calling and they're having problems.
Yeah.
And there's things coming up.
Plumbing,
that they weren't aware of. Yeah. Now
roofing.
And it's really hard
leaks.
For them to make the seller responsible because they voluntarily said, I want it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without
you
looking at it.
You signed off on this.
Yeah. Because then after that, you're just relying on the appraisal. So as long as the house appraises.
See, another thing I heard about, like the appraisers, like say for instance, the house is $300,000. Yeah. Right. So the appraiser come through and they appraise the house for, let's say $275. Mm-hmm. Yep. They're saying that, all right, since you appraise it for $275, now you got to come up out of this other $25,000 out your pocket because the seller wants $300,000. Yeah. And it's people that's having to do that too.
So now that's a frustrating thing too. You know, you get all the way to that. Now you might have spent $500 on an inspector. Yeah. Now you didn't pay for the appraisal. Yeah. Now the appraisal comes in low. You know, $275. You put it in offer for $300. Yeah. The bank is only going to borrow you what the house appraises.
Y'all hear that?
The bank is only gonna borrow you what the house appraises you for.
So if you want to buy that house for $300,000, like you said, you would have to make up that difference in cash. Yeah. You know, and most of the people who are, you know, say you're a first-time home buyer, you're using down payment assistance. You're not even allowed to have $25,000 cash to even.
Well, you ain't supposed to have that.
Yeah, and you know, some people think too, you can't just pull this money out under your mattress either.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cash App stuff I had.
Yep.
Apple Pay. They talking about like they have dates, the exact amount it is. They're looking like, oh, these amounts.
Yeah, they want your bank.
So the only way that you can actually utilize some funds like that you know that there's not a paper trail, it would have to be gifted from a friend or a friend.
So basically, get you some friends that got a couple dollars, a couple coins saved up. Yeah. You understand me? Because if you got to account for that damn money, somebody can gift it to you if you just necessarily don't have it.
Or you just pay your friend whatever you want them to do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah, that's it.
that's what the air quotes is about.
I had a buddy. He was buying a house. He was buying a house one time, and I guess he said something about. I'm not sure. He said he had to have a certain amount in his account of money, so he wanted me to give him the money, but it just had to sit there. He said.
Yeah.
So what's that?
So that's called a gift.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You can gift somebody funds.
So basically, that's what that was.
Now you're jumping in and kind of a part of the transaction in a way, because now you got to send them. If you're going to be the one gifting the funds, they're going to be asking to look at your bank account.
Yeah, how you got that money?
There's got to be a paper trail.
Okay, so he must have used somebody else to say they gifted him, because I was never caught. So he needed the money, so he probably had like a honor something.
And it might just be like, and then you guys figure out what they pay you back or something like that. But that's an option.
Right. Okay, then.
But now, so let's go back to the 275 now. You don't just have to come with the 300. You know what I mean? Because you might, the house, you might be like, you know what, that house is appraised for 275. I don't want to pay 300 for a house that's worth 275.
Okay.
Now I'm going to change my offer to 275. And now the sellers could walk and say, we're going to sit around and wait, try to get the 300. Or else sometimes you negotiate in the middle. Like, you know what, I got $5,000.
Right. Put this in your pocket.
$5,000, I can get it up to 280. That's all I could do.
Right.
And then, there's a lot of different negotiating that happens during the process. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even we go back further. If there was an inspection, during the inspection, you might, I had a client the other day, all of a sudden she's like, man, I didn't notice that there was 17 screens missing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's summertime's coming up. I might want to open a window without a squirrel jumping in.
Yeah.
So now
deer come running through the window.
So now during that inspection period, you know what I mean? It could be 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, 7 days. I used to do 7 days a lot, but now it's a little more competitive. You could do it wrap it up a little quicker, 3-4 days inspection period.
Then.
But during that period, if there's something to find out, because some of the showings, I know you didn't look at houses before.
Yeah.
You look at 8 houses in a day, they start scrambling in. You're not going to memorize every little detail, but you see when you put in an offer, and that's what that inspection period is for you to come back and really, have a professional inspector come in and make sure that you know what's going on with the property and give you the opportunity to ask. Say, like, hey, I want you to put these 17 screens in. I notice, we didn't flip every single light switch in the house. I notice this ceiling fan ain't spinning. I want this ceiling fan spinning before I move in. Yeah. And 2 of these burners ain't working. You know what I mean? You might not walk into every house and do a load of laundry, run the dishwasher, light all the stoves, run a bath. You know what I mean?
You may not go through there with your fine tooth
comb.
comb.
This motherfucker spitting out brown water. What the fuck going on?
Yeah. You just rent the stuff that's visible.
And during that,
I had a question though. So I bought a house last year, right? So they put an offer for what they put it up for was $235.
Yeah.
I just was like, all right, I'll do $235, but then I thought like, man, hold on, because this house is a little bit older, it ain't too old, it's like 2004, but I'm like, man, tell them $230, right? So she accepted it at $230, and then when I got my appraisal done, it was at $245. Like, how often does that happen, when you buy a house for less than
How long ago was that you bought that?
This is in October of last year.
Last year. You got lucky as fuck.
Yeah, so it happens. I feel like most of the time, it hits like right the number of the purchase price. Yeah. You know what I mean? It'd be like exactly. It'd be like $279. The price for $279. I'm like, man, is it really worth exactly $279?
Yeah, how you come up with right there? Exactly.
And my theory too, over the last year, it being a seller's market, I think they was kind of allowing houses to go for a little bit more because there's a demand.
Because of the market,
Because of the market and the demand. You know what I mean? Just knowing that, prices are they're just rising. So everything, was going up. But now in his situation, okay, your house appraises for $10,000 more. That's kind of a good sign. Like, okay, my house is worth a little more than what I bought it for. Yeah, usually that makes the buyer happy when you get to tell them, hey, your house is worth more than what we put in an offer. And that make you look like a good realtor. You know what I mean? Yeah. In a way. You know what I mean? You said 2004 was an old house?
I mean, I was thinking that's
right.
I'm like, man, that's
tripping.
Yeah.
For me, it's
maybe a 2004 Chevrolet.
Yeah, this ain't a car, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's the thing, and that's why, me and Bay, we got what, 2,200 almost square feet. Yeah. We got a pretty decent house, 3 levels, and when we bought it, I don't know what the situation, but we got a damn good deal. And when I told her, because we was she had looked at 43 houses before I came around, and we eventually ended up looking at like I want to say 79 or something like that houses.
Yeah.
And I told her, because she was panicking, like, oh, I'm tired. I want to get out of this apartment, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
and I so chill. Like, when we walk into the house, we're going to know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to talk to you.
Yeah.
So we walked into the house, and we looked at 3 houses that night, but I told her that other one, it was another one that was bigger than that one.
Yeah.
But when we walked into that house that night, I told her, like, once we got away from the realtor, I told her, I said, that's the one. You know what I'm saying? Because it's got the 3 levels. Everybody ain't got to be on top of each other. It's enough space. We can do a lot of work with it. We got a corner lot, so we got a front side and backyard. We can expand if we want. Like, we got a lot of space. And it's crazy because I know the people that sold it to us is pissed.
There's a lot.
I know. Because we bought at 205.
Yeah.
Without all of the upgrades we did, including the $10,000 30-year stone platform we just put in the back, it already on Zillow it's at 273. So we probably looking at like 350, 360.
Yeah, but that's a lot of people who sold a couple years ago. Like, man, I should have just
waited a couple
I know
more
they
years.
Pissed. You know, and I know
they
and
pissed.
Even 3-4 years ago, you know, I had people who literally. I mean, I had one person. They bought a fourplex for $280. Turned around, sold the same fourplex for $420 a year later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now, there's also, you know, when you do something like that too, you got to also take into consideration short-term capital gains taxes. You know what I mean? There's also real.
What is that?
fees.
What is that?
So if you own if you own a property for less than a year and sell it, you got to pay short-term. So you just got to pay more taxes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because you flipped it. You know. So
how much more?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Hey, that's good to know. Yeah. You know what I mean? Let's not skip past that. It's a lot.
Yeah, because I mean, even in that scenario, you're probably walking away with less than half of what it actually looks like on paper. You know what I mean?
Okay,
so you can all of a sudden you think you hit $100,000 thing, and you walk away pissed off like, man, I don't got $45,000. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like hitting the lottery.
Yeah, the taxes had, you know what I mean? Hey, you pissed off making money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even when things are going good. You know what I mean? And then, you know what I mean? I had to deal with that, you know, being self-employed and then start paying your own taxes. And it's like, you know, hold on. When I was poor with all these kids, man, I was getting $12,000, $13,000 back. You know what I mean? And then it was one successful year. I'm like, I owe y'all for. Hold on, I didn't know this word. I didn't understand.
No free lunch.
Yeah, I swear.
No free lunch.
Even when I'm talking to people,
they still
about,
get free lunch though. I think they grandfathered in for the free.
I was about to say you gotta put us in the car because we've been
even when I
paying.
talk to people about taxes, they be like, "Oh, you going?" I'm like, what makes you think I'm getting some money?
Right.
Yeah,
We
like,
steady
man,
paying in.
I'm sitting here depressed right now.
And there's other ways to do that if you want to go even further into, you know, as a business owner, where you know, some people just it's kind of a default. Everybody just knows you're supposed to get an LLC, start a business, and you know have that. But then there's also you can also turn your business to a corporation.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
What's the benefit in that?
So I'm still learning. I just got a tax lawyer. I've been speaking with a tax lawyer, but from my understanding is that you know, the way I write things off on taxes. Okay. You know what I mean? So now I can write off some big purchases. You know what I mean? Or I might
the little ones.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is what he said to me too. He said, you know, and the little ones. He said, you know, some people, you know, you make $100,000 a year, you can make you could buy a car for $100,000 right off the car, and then it's almost like you didn't really have to pay for the car. I said, well, all right, well, you're hired.
Hey, hired. What's his number?
Yeah. We're gonna need his info. He sound like he's like a good brother. Damn good suggestion, sir.
Yeah. So I, you know, and I do share this information. So you know what I mean. Feel free to contact me if you're interested in.
How can they find you?
Getting the tax. So my name is Elliot Vreeland on all social media. ELLIOT. V as in Victor. REELAND. So, you know, you could just send me a message on Facebook. My phone number is 612-655-0592.
Good brother.
Yeah, call me anytime. My phone rings a lot, but I make sure to get back to everybody. Yeah. You know what I mean? You never know who could be on the other side of that call.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, I'd have got a phone call, you know, and if I didn't answer that call, I wouldn't have been on tour doing comedy.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
Speaking of which, speaking of comedy, this brother not only is
right.
This brother is not only versed in the financial literacy and the home ownership and the grant programs, but he's also a comedian, a established comedian who's went on tour with Bill Bellamy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's actually extremely funny. You know what I'm saying? And explain your comedy.
So you know, I started doing comedy about a decade ago. You know what I mean? And it was just and it went good. First day I went and did, I said, I'm good. You know what I mean? I was calling every comedy club, like, y'all need a headliner? I'm ready.
I'm here, bitch.
I'm ready. I was born ready. and then they was like, you know, they kind of played me off to the side, like, man, you just started. Get out of here. So I started throwing my own shows. You know what I mean?
Man, that's what's up.
Yeah, I remember my first show. You know what I mean? It was like 200 people. The restaurant owner, I was doing it at T's place on Lake Street.
Okay.
Yeah, he like, man, I ain't never made so much money in a day. You know what I mean? And then I started getting booked, radio interviews, you know, and then time go by, and then, you know, I ended up getting booked to do a show at the Orpheum with Lil Duval and D-Ray, and I was like, this is dream come true type stuff. I'm like, you know, I manifested this too. You know, these manifestations coming true. So just that moment, just like coming out into the Orpheum big stage, you know, that was something special. And then Lil Duval ended up coming back to do another show, and I'm like, well, I performed with him last time. You know what I mean? Let me get on there again. Did some shows with Lil Duval. You know.
Is that when he had the what's the name? Living My Best Life.
It was right when that came.
Right when that came. Yeah, that was lit then.
I remember
that was lit then.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So and then the Little Duval, and then that went well, and then you know it was different promoters. So you know what I mean? Different promoters, different connections, and you know I started learning like, okay, it's really not the other comedians who put you on; it's the people who book the comedians, the promoters. You know what I mean?
The facilitators.
Yeah. And then I ended up getting snowed in with Bill Bellamy.
Yeah.
So it was like that spring. There was
Shout out to Bill Bellamy.
Shout out Bill Bellamy, How to Be a Player. We got snowed into a comedy show. We were supposed to do 2 shows in the same night.
Pound said, "What up?" Not to cut you, but
what's going on, Pam?
Pam,
shout out to Pam, man.
Shout out to Pamela Weems.
Yeah, you know
you're gonna be booked soon. They gonna be calling you tonight.
Doing big things at 7, man. Make sure y'all check out Pamela Weems. She got a lot of good stuff going on at 7.
Yeah,
for the grown and sexy.
Running 7. You feel me?
Well, yeah, I made a friend. Me and Bill, we got snowed in. I remember the one girl was like, she was trying to call an Uber. Yeah, there was no Ubers would come. She said I offered her Uber a blowjob. Oh, and he still wouldn't come pick me up.
Whoa, Ubering
yeah. So then we had to.
Going.
So then we had to do a second show for the same crowd. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, it's crazy. This girl called an Uber and offered him a blowjob, and he still wouldn't come get her. I said, I just looked on my email, said they was offering $500 bonuses to sign up for Uber. I said, I'm about to get $500 in my dick sucked.
You hear me? You hear me? Yeah, that way.
And then this is the best part about the story is I told the story to Bill Bellamy afterwards, and he was like, hey, you mind if I give her a ride? You know what I mean? So I'm like, you
already got the money.
I said, man, you missed How to Be a Player. I ain't got caught cheating on a girl since 1992. Cause
you the boss right here.
And then I'm like, then I tell Bill, I said, but now I got all these kids by all these different women. Now I'm waiting for you to come up with the sequel, Bill.
Right.
How to be a father.
Yeah.
Show me that.
How to evade child support.
Yeah.
Hey, on my ass.
And then I had, there was even a Netflix series that I was working on. I had audition with Kevin Hart. You know what I mean? Came close to, his producers called me.
Big moves.
And I didn't get on the show, but I was, contacted by his producers, and I've been, so I still haven't got the TV moment, but I'm working on a short film with someone right now, so I'm gonna have a lead role in a short film. Yeah. I got my first stage play.
What film is that?
So it's produced by Pack House Live, Ricky Collins.
Okay, yeah. We actually gonna be having Ricky Collins on the show soon.
Yeah, so shout out to Ricky Collins, Pack House Live, you know what I mean? He just sent me the script, you know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out to Ricky Collins,
2 days ago.
Good brother.
And then I'm also doing a stage play, live stage play at Capri Theater, June 18th, called I'm Not Your Deadbeat Dad.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's gonna be, Rico Devotion, a lot
Rico Devotion. Shout out to Rico.
Yeah,
we know him.
Be performing there, and then but that's exciting. And then that same day, I was telling y'all about the comedy camp. So I helped run a stand-up comedy camp over the last year for high school students.
Okay, y'all hear that? Yeah. Comedy camp. He running a comedy camp for high school students.
Yeah.
So y'all want to tap in with my man?
Yeah.
And if you ladies got you got your sons, you feel like they stars in the making, they got acting careers. You know what I mean? Yeah. Tap in with them.
Yeah, so the first season went so well. They had their first performance. It was a packed house. It was just really dope to see these young people work really hard on something. Come, you know what I mean? None of them came in like nobody comes in, you know,
extra cocky.
Yeah, you know, and they all came in nervous and they all left confident, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and now these same students come back, help coach the next. We got funding for another season, so now we get to invite more students and make this thing bigger.
So is it like a age frame that you're looking for?
It's directed towards high school students. My son, he's 11. He's in 5th grade, but I'm like, that's my son. He's gonna be in the camp.
He's showing up.
You know what I mean? I ain't got nobody watch him anyway. So
he's coming to crack some jokes.
Right.
And he actually did really well. I was impressed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you walking around the house talking trash about my hairline all the time. You know what
Hey,
I mean?
well, you do know you got two of the best barbers here. You know what I mean, in the state. So you know, just so you know, I was gonna say that off camera and let you. I got you, brother.
What, you gonna turn this M to a W?
I got you. Whatever you need, sir, it will be done.
Just for you.
Yeah. I got it.
But absolutely. I'll come back. I'll bring my kids. Everything. You know what I mean? I used to actually go to different barbers. My barbers used to get mad. Like, why you keep going to different barbers? I said, I'm networking.
Yeah.
Right. I'm trying to find a home.
I'm networking.
I got a pocket full of comedy show flyers, a pocket full of business cards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the barbershop is one of the greatest places to just run into people, chop it up with people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm just around the same people every week. I'm the same barber.
Yeah. That's what you should get. Netflix need to tap in with you. I think you should do a comedy show, like a series with the comedy camp.
Yeah.
I think that'd be dope.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's destined for something special. You know what I mean? Especially just to see a bunch of kids come into this little church.
You got the hip hop shows.
Yeah.
You got the America's Idol.
Yeah.
You got all of that stuff. All that stuff just based on the singing. They do something for comedy. I think that'd be dope.
That'd be hella funny.
Yeah, just like a house full of comics. You know.
Yeah,
that'd be hella funny.
And it's just an idea. We just had an idea. We sat down. You know. Jatan White from NAS Northside Achievement Zone, you know what I mean? It was kind of her vision at first, you know. She brought me and another comedian, Ashley Henderson, on.
Henderson, you talking about Stud Folks?
Yeah, Stud Folks.
Stud Folks.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stud Folks.
Yeah. So then
tough ass.
And then Nita Kellogg was also a part of it. She runs Project Diva, which is a phenomenal program for young women, for young girls. My daughter's in it, and it's just like they teaching these young girls financial literacy, helping them how to start their own businesses, and just helping them just they got confidence coaches. And I mean, some of the things, you know, for me, I mean, being a single father of with a daughter, you know what I mean? It was like this program was really valuable to me, and I just see these girls who are just getting such an upper edge on life through this program.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you one thing, man. Shout out to Mr. Organic, man. But you know, he started something that was a good trend. I just seen the brother on with Black Youngster on a reel.
I saw that too.
That was dope as fuck. You feel me? He making big moves from Minnesota. I remember I used to see him. He never really used to speak too tough. I don't know what the vibe was, or it was just, you know, he probably didn't know me, whatever the case. I was just around. But you know, I always respected the brother. You know what I mean? Never had any type of hate or nothing like that. I just it ain't in my blood. But what I do know is his clothing brand, one of them ones. This is like the second or third episode now.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
You feel me? And you got to get a zoom in on the, you know what I mean? And the material is raw. You feel me? The material is a dope material. It's a dope look. And you, my brother, is definitely one of them ones. Like you wearing like 10 hats. You know what I'm saying? So you you should be wearing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Not everybody should be wearing that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But you definitely one of them ones.
Yeah, some should be wearing as one of many's.
Yeah.
Or just one.
You can find me anywhere.
Just one.
Looking ass nigga.
Yeah, shout out to Steph Weezy too. You know what I mean?
Steph Weezy,
you know
shout
what I
out.
mean? I remember, you know,
we got to get him on the show.
I remember, you know, when I had my first tour. You know what I mean? I met up with Steph Weezy, bought some, you know, because I didn't have no merch of my own. I got this call to go on tour. I had to go, so I'm like, well, let me represent something. from where I'm from.
Right,
you know what
dope.
I mean? And this is a brand that stood out. You know, the Mess is one of them ones. You know what I mean? And Steph Weezy was just someone that I
dope. Shout out to Steph Weezy, man. We got to get you on the show. Anybody that knows Steph Weezy, make sure you tap in with Jasmine Jumper on Facebook, so we can get him booked.
And another thing, I'm gonna have to get my man Elliot in tune with my gear too. Rise and Grind, RZNGRND.
Yes, sir.
It's called Rise and Grind Motivational Apparel, RZNGRND.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make sure I get you together. You know, when you do
I
your shows
appreciate it
and
because
going on.
I feel real dumb sleeping in with a Rise and Grind shirt on. I was like, man,
Facts.
I gotta set my alarm early now.
Get your lazy ass up.
Hey, and then I just came with a new shirt though. I don't know, if it apply to you though. But I got my BBC edition.
Yeah, the
You know what I'm
BBC
saying?
edition
I got my
with the young cock on it.
I got my BBC edition, but because my brand, my logo is a rooster.
Yeah.
Basically, the rooster represents get up and go to work.
Yeah.
So that's my logo.
Nice, yeah.
So the young cock.
Yeah,
So that's why I came up with.
I need one that says sleeping in is successful.
Yeah.
Sleeping in is still successful.
Hey, that's the aim though. That's the aim. Make money while you sleep, right?
Yeah, you're working on that.
Yeah, you ain't got to do no actual labor.
You got kid sizes too, because I want that message all over the house.
I got it.
sir.
I got you. Yeah, I gotta wait. So y'all, as y'all already know, tap into the website rzngrnd.com. Check out my merch. Got it in.
Yeah.
And then one thing, just while we shouting out, man, I got to shout out to my guy Do Nasty.
Do Nasty.
You know what I mean? Do Nasty. When I first
Shout
started
out to
doing
Do Nasty.
comedy, you know what I mean? He was someone who was already been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, he been out
and
a while.
I've been booked and busy since I met the man, and you know what I mean. And I started out brand new, and you know what I mean. I was booked and busy for a long time, and some of the new. I got a outdoor festival. Me and him working together. We're gonna be July 2nd and 3rd, 4th of July weekend.
July 2nd and 3rd. Where at?
It's gonna be it's right at 7 Corners, so it's a parking lot behind Bullwinkles. You know what I mean? There's, It's gonna be outdoor.
Daytime, nighttime.
Daytime, so it's gonna be from 4 to 3 in the morning.
4 until.
4 until.
Really?
You know what I mean?
3 in the morning,
so,
yeah.
Yep. So there's gonna be a 4 to 7 where you can come out all ages, some music, some DJs, some family friendly, and then we're gonna have to get the kids out 21 up because we're gonna have some explicit comedians coming in, comedy, R&B, music, and then after the comedy show. There's a venue with multiple levels that have different DJs on different levels, and I'm excited to. I haven't dropped who the headliners is going to be, but I got shows July, August, September, and and it just keeps getting. You know what I mean? Everyone is good, but I've been working on this. Is something that I've been working on for years. You know what I mean? I've been through COVID. I've went to hundreds and hundreds of meetings. I've got hundreds of no's before this yes. You know what I mean? I've had
people don't understand that.
Yeah, you don't understand like how this ain't. I didn't just call a number and make something happen.
I ain't just one of them ones that's lucky. Right. I didn't put in my work.
Right.
Yeah. So, and it's just a reminder to all of us that it takes a lot of no's to get to those yeses.
Yeah.
It took a lot of failures to get to that
You can't be sensitive.
And you can't be sensitive. You know what I mean? I mean, you cry if you want to. Nobody cares.
Yeah,
Not at all.
You know what I mean?
Is them real tears?
Yeah, your kids walk around telling you to grow up.
You need to grow up. You're really childish, sir.
Yeah, straight up. Because like what they say, like 80% don't care, the other 20 don't give. No, 80% don't care, and the other 20% just don't give a fuck about what you're going through. So it's all on you what it is. But basically.
I think personally, like I said, man. Honestly, I'm actually shocked, and I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Like I'm shocked, not because I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Looking at your Facebook profile, I didn't know you were this intricate. You know what I'm saying? You had this much going on, and I'm really glad that we had you come. You know what I mean?
No, I
sit down.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Appreciate it, man.
And we're gonna have to have you cycle back because we got to talk about. We got a lot of shit going on.
Yeah,
it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit going on, and we talk about a lot of current events and what's going on.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we definitely gonna have to touch on some of these topics.
Yeah.
The motherfucking the shooting. You know what I mean? No, hell no.
You talking about the mass?
Nigga, the mass shooting. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to all the people that lost. And our prayers and condolences to all these folks, man. And this motherfucker drove 3 hours to a black supermarket, and mind you, and this is what I told Bay. I was like, yo, he drove 3 hours to a black supermarket He drove 3 hours to a black supermarket, but this is where people are unarmed.
Yeah.
You don't see this shit happen in Texas, right?
No,
all you need in Texas is a motherfucking toenail to get a gun, right? That's it. As long as you got toenails, you good. You feel me? And it's crazy because motherfuckers not walking into the police because they're not looking for a firefight. They looking to find people that's unarmed, legal, regular normal citizens that's unarmed to try to slaughter. You know what I mean? So this where my gun at? I don't know what this sound is.
That's the little mechanic shop over there.
Yeah, that's bad timing.
Yeah.
Come on, get it off already.
Yeah. Get that motherfucking rotor off. But it's a crazy ass motherfucking time, and me myself personally, I say everybody keep it on you. Keep it on you. You know what I'm saying? Keep it on you, legally. I really can't say illegally, but just keep it on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Keep it on you because you just never know when the fuck is gonna go. As long as you're not on bullshit in a situation like that, even if you was a felon, 9 times out of 10, if you would have saved motherfuckers, I don't think they would even charge you. They would have let you go.
And
like, you know what?
And this is also getting exhausting just seeing the unfair treatment, seeing the for law enforcement when it comes to black people and white people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
you know what I mean? And something I stand on, and I still now, like, if you agree, you know what I mean? If you're on if you agree with innocent black men being murdered by the police, if you think that this shooting is not a serious issue that needs to be addressed differently, I don't want your business.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I don't want to work with you. I don't want to be in real estate. I don't care how much $1 million your house is worth. Find somebody else to list it. Because it's a bigger picture going on in the world.
Man,
So,
shout out to you, man.
Yeah, shout out to my brother Elliot Vreeland. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
Real brother activities.
And I'm different than you. I grew up in a black neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was growing up when I was younger, I was the only white kid out of all my friends.
Out of the
you know what I
clique.
mean? Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So I've been through. I remember first time I went to African American Studies class and shit. You know what I mean? And my friend, they looking at me like, man, what the fuck?
Right, what did you
You know what I mean? It was your people. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, hey, now I don't know none of them, man. I don't know. I just found out about this shit, man, and I don't like it.
I just came to
came
to school today, goddamn.
Yeah, this is terrible.
Yeah, we all learning.
And and I got all my kids biracial. You know what I mean? I'm raising young black men. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And my girl, but you know what I mean? It's not even the black side of the fight. It's the right side of the fight. You know what I mean? So, and yes, the world is made black and white. You know what I mean? Because it is. You know what I mean? So, but it's also the black side is the right side now. You know what I mean? And,
right.
And to see that young white man without no bloody nose, without
man,
no
look,
on
check
his
it out.
eye, you know what I mean?
Hey, check it out. This when I seen, and this is what I'm tired of seeing, right? Any police department that's out there that's listening or ever watched this shit, you know what I mean? Hey, I don't give a fuck. This motherfucker get tens of views. You understand? But anybody that see this motherfucker, like mass shooters, we don't need to know why. The family don't need to know why.
Really
Dude gotta go. Feel me? Dude gotta go. Period. Point blank. And that's just how the fuck I feel. Like I'm not really with none of this.
Yeah, we don't need a breakdown.
We don't need to give a nigga a burger. We don't need to motherfucking figure out why he did it and go through the taxpayer situation of how much, you know what I'm saying?
Post and all that.
We don't fucking care about the manifesto. Kill this motherfucker.
Because you're giving them what they want.
Kill this
You're giving them
motherfucker.
what they want.
Kill this motherfucker. Because if I was there, I was going to kill this motherfucker.
Yeah.
When I heard about the shit, I was so furious. Like, literally, I had to go outside to walk around. I had to realize, oh, yeah, your life's great. You shouldn't go and do nothing crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I had to talk to myself because I was like, this shit is beyond bananas. He came 3 hours away. From 3 hours, this motherfucker had on body armor. And there was another motherfucker that tried to shoot him, a retired police officer. That tried to shoot him. Dude had on body armor. Now, me, myself, I wasn't in that situation. I don't know if it was, rapid fire, rapid succession, what kind of, if he had a fully automatic, semi-automatic. I don't know none about the details. You know what I mean? But my thing is that at this point, like, nobody tried to shoot his legs. Nobody, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. But to see motherfuckers treat him with such tenderness and care, after you just murdered 10 people. I don't give a fuck if they was purple with polka dots. You know what I mean?
Innocent people too. Innocent people.
Then after even after saying what he was 18, he a kid. First of all, he a kid.
Yeah.
So my son said it was on Twitch.
Yeah, I heard it was live.
Yeah, he live streamed on Twitch.
So you got kids on Twitch. So now you get like kids. They mind ain't developed yet.
Yeah.
That's how you get these copycatters. You know what I'm saying? Because they mind ain't ready for consequences yet.
Right.
Yeah.
So they felt like, he did that, I'm gonna do it too. They not looking at it as I'm gonna get 100 years or this could be that. Because my man, to go out there, you got to be thinking like, nigga, I'm about to just end my life for the rest of my life right now.
Yeah.
Whether I get killed or I'm gonna go sit in prison for the rest of my life. At 18.
That's probably what he expected. I think he probably expected a shootout, or maybe he didn't.
I mean, he had body armor on, so.
But you know what they said? They said this motherfucker, he almost shot a white dude, and he apologized to the white dude.
I heard that.
Yo, this shit is nuts.
This shit's wild. But you know, the shit infuriates me so much personally. You know my motherfucking background. I'm not gonna go into it. we do that every motherfucker. You know what I mean? You know my background. If you watch the other episodes. But at the end of the day, it's for me. It's a real, and it's not even, and that's the crazy thing. Like motherfucker talking about a race war. Ain't gonna be no race war. The only war is gonna be against racists. That's it. You know what I mean? The racists, the motherfuckers that don't want nobody but the motherfuckers that look like them to flourish. They don't even matter if we brown or whatever, Asian, fucking Hispanic, whatever. And they went through today on CNN the different fucking mass shootings, racist mass shootings that's been going on. And I was just thinking to myself, like, all these little sparks and goofy shit, and I love the fact, one thing I love the fact that they did with this one, they didn't name his name. They showed his picture, but they didn't name his name. They didn't, they're not doing a whole bunch of publicity because that's all these motherfuckers is looking for. So when you take that shit away from them, it's like you ain't got shit else.
Yeah, stop giving these motherfuckers
stop giving them
all that shit.
Exactly.
Man. You know what I mean? I know, like just.
They want to be famous. He gave himself up. He didn't go out in the blaze of glory. He gave himself up. You know what I'm saying? They hit his ass a couple times in the motherfucker. Probably broke a couple ribs because when you hit that motherfucking body armor, it still hits you. The impact still hits you. They probably broke a couple ribs or some shit like that internally, and that was that. You know what I mean? He was like, okay, I'm done. Nigga, you just killed motherfucking 10 people. Fuck all that. Ain't no done. Ain't no timeout. When the last time you seen somebody say timeout in the motherfucking fight? You know what I mean? And motherfuckers still didn't kick him in the teeth. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Or bash their motherfucking head or hit him with a brick. No. It's the same thing with these motherfucking school shooters, these mass shooters, these get them out the way, man. Get them out the way. Ain't nobody gonna be looking to prosecute you.
Should we just expect this shit though? This shit's almost normal.
I mean, mass shootings ain't never expected. It's always you wake up to it.
Yeah, that's a hard thing to get used to. You know what I mean? Because it's like it ain't supposed to happen, but it still does. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
And it's
it's just crazy. You out here getting milk. You think them fireworks? I
don't even like going to shit where there be a lot of people now, bro. I mean, like, if this shit can happen in like Vegas, where homie in the hotel room,
right?
Like that shit crazy, bro. Like that make me not want to be nowhere where it's gonna be fun. You know what I'm saying? Like especially if it's black people. Like in Minnesota, bro. If you're not in Minneapolis or St. Paul, bro, it's all white. I ain't even really realize how white.
So I'm gonna speak. So I also promote shows and I put together my shows. And one thing that I'm passionate about, so I do comedy shows, and this one, most of the people, it's mostly black women there. You know what I mean? And these are people that we need to protect.
Shout out to the black women.
Shout out to all the black women.
Shout out to all. We gonna give y'all a drum.
Shout out. Yeah, drum roll. Shout out to the black women.
And that's one thing I love about promoted comedy shows, because the people are laughing, they're having fun. You know what I mean? And I've been doing this for years, and there ain't been a shooting, there ain't even been a fist fight. You know what I mean? But now it's like, now I realize, like, this is something that is creating a safe haven for black people by default, just because of laughter. You know what I mean? Because
everybody laughing. Ain't no need to be so angry.
And sometimes we're still able to touch on sensitive issues, but then tying a punchline with it. You know what I mean? And
at least when when you throw that out there, you can walk out in your head that you know we just got through talking about this. I ain't
I pray that nobody comes and tries to do some dumb shit to try to mess up somebody trying to
the crazy thing about Minnesota though is you're not gonna find too many of them situations in Minnesota, and the reason being is because it's an open carry state. Whether motherfuckers know it or not, it's an open carry state. You know what I mean? I don't let my lady go nowhere without a gun and like 2 or 3 extra clips. You know what I mean? Last thing you want is a fucking gun that don't got no bullets. Yeah. You know what I mean? You might well throw it at the nigga. You know what I'm saying? You might well throw it at the nigga. But, you know, my thing is that, you know, they don't try this shit where they know it's going to be a firefight. Yeah. And that's the cowardice. That's the sniveling cowardice fucking, like, use a real coward. Like, you and I'm looking at the range of victims. Right? The range of victims ain't from 15 to 21, 15 to 32. The range of victims is from like 50 to like 88.
Yeah, it was some old people.
You know what I'm saying? That's the older generation that wasn't able to move or they wasn't able to recognize what was going on too quick. You know what I mean? And you just slaughtered these motherfuckers like you was doing some type of deed for this white nationalist or this white you will not replace us type fucking theory that you got going on in your head. You know what I mean?
That's a sickness. That's a mental illness. It's a mental disease. To hate somebody for the way they look without knowing any of the content of their actual character. That's an illness. That's a disease. It's a disease that's spread between other people with diseased minds. You know what I mean?
Agree. That most definitely was in the household. Yeah. Wherever his background is, it's like them conversations.
Learned
behavior. Them conversations take place.
I was a preschool teacher for a long time. Them babies ain't born.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? That's teachers, learn behavior.
Those are conversations going on around the house. Yeah. Within the family and all of that type of stuff. And it's just like they grow into that.
But that's at the end of the day, that's one of them situations where when it comes to that situation, it's one of them situations where I just feel like you got to be eradicated. It's execution only.
I don't even think execution. I think it should be like a life of torture.
Torture, yeah, facts.
Execution is the easy way out.
I agree.
Yeah.
Definitely agreed.
Yeah, execution the easy way out.
Yeah,
you always have.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't gonna say always.
Yeah, you definitely.
Well, like, you know, now you got the terrorists that you're going to get from, you know, if it's a war situation, actual war, you know what I mean? A terrorist, you know. You know what I mean?
This is terrorism, though.
This is terrorism. So you know the things that you don't see on the news. You know they don't advertise that. You know what I mean?
No, this is terrorism.
No, I'm saying like he might be onto something. Like people who be doing like crazy crime, like heinous act, like they should send them off into like war situations like that.
Man, without no gun too. Give him a stick.
Yeah, we gonna drop
send that nigga out there against them drones with them Cali sticks. Yeah. Like, you think you in modern warfare, huh?
Yeah, you treating innocent people like they enemy. Now you the enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
Just, you know, and it's
send you out in this motherfucking desert with these Cali sticks.
Yeah. And then, you know, it's just like you say, stuff like that happen. You can never predict it. You know, another one of the things you just wake up to. Like, damn, again?
And this why I say, you know, and I don't mean to get too deep, even though I always get too deep. Keep it on you, man. You know what I'm saying? If you legally able to, I don't give a fuck what your feelings about firearms is. Find a program, find a group that's training that can make you respect firearms, that can help you with firearms, my girl was terrified of firearms until she got her pink and black AR-15.
Yeah.
After that, she is in love. She just got back from tactical training, moving bodies and moving targets and all that. Like, whatever you need to do to get past that hump, you know what I mean? But I feel like you got to keep it on you, no matter what. Me personally, I don't even want to live in a state that got, like New York or Cali, that got strict gun laws. Because you can't take the motherfucking guns out the law-abiding citizens' hands. These other motherfuckers, the motherfuckers that's doing the crime, they don't care about no laws. They you know what I mean? They not abiding by the law when they come through this motherfucker anyway. You feel me? So I agree with the Republicans, even though I'm not a Republican. I agree with the Republicans on that issue. That the only motherfucker that's gonna be able to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. Period.
But now that's another thing too. Like everybody ain't mature enough to be somebody that got to keep it on them.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So like, you know, that comes with a level of responsibility.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Because
comes with a level of training.
You got too many people that's got it on them, and then you know what I mean? There's a sense of power there. You know what I mean?
On me.
And now something that could have been a fist fight, two people. You know what I mean? When
Exactly.
the
I
person still be alive.
done ran into them situations.
Yeah.
No, I'm only speaking on the active shooter situation.
No,
Like,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, and then, but you know what I mean. I'm just saying that
not everybody
it comes
needs
with
to
a
have it on them because they not.
responsibility.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and not everybody, you know, but yes, it's something that you want to get trained for,
Right.
And do it the right way and have license.
So you'll know.
So you'll know, and so now you don't
conflict resolution.
You don't get pulled over,
Right.
and now you don't catch a case because you didn't do it the proper way.
Exactly.
So make sure like you follow your advice, but don't skip the steps.
And one of the steps will be the People of Color in Favor of Second Amendment group on Facebook. I highly recommend them. If you're in Minnesota, I highly recommend them. They just, like I said, just had tactical training in Wisconsin, and it was super dope. My lady went. My situation prevents me from going to those situations, but at the end of the day, you understand that can't take away my lady rights.
But it's good to see people organizing and trying to protect.
Yeah, because I'm one of them brothers. I'm not about marching. I'm not about none of that. Shout out to Kim Estelle. That's my brother right there.
Yeah, you watching?
I'm not about none of that marching and kumbaya and none of that shit. Whenever shit go up like it went up when the George Floyd shit went up and all the police pulled back, I'm with that action. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Arming yourself, protecting your community, protecting your household, protecting your women, protecting your children. All that other shit, I don't want to shoot nobody that look like me. For what? You know what I'm saying? What I want to I don't want to.
look like me, shit.
No, yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna say. Let me try to figure out a way to word this. I don't. As far as the hillbillies go, the motherfuckers that hate everybody that don't look like them the ones I feel like got to be eradicated.
Well, you said it right earlier. It's not about race. It's about people who are racist.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's about
Exactly.
people who have hatred towards people who
that aren't them.
And violent racists.
Yeah.
Not like, you know, a closet racist who's not.
Yeah,
You know what I
you
mean?
can say
Like,
whatever you want at your dinner
who
table.
just don't fuck with you.
Yeah, well, you guys.
Yeah.
You know,
The aggressive race.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that either.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's, you know.
But you shouldn't get a death sentence because you feel a certain way. You was
Yeah.
raised a certain way, you
But
feel a
now
certain way,
it's-
cool. But the moment you act on that or think about acting on that, that's because even the white supremacy shit, you know, it was allowed to sit here in America and fester after the Civil War when really you should have been executed or exiled. You got to get the fuck on because that's not what the division is, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that it was allowed to sit here and fester, that's why the shit got out. It's out of hand now because it's been allowed to fester. You know what I mean? It's been allowed to sit around and fester like you know what I mean? Yeah, it's a wildfire now. You know what I'm saying? So now you just had today. I think you had shooting at some fucking church.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it was another shit.
Yeah, it was today at some church.
In California or something?
Yeah, it was mind you, these is all places that got the strictest gun laws. Buffalo, New York. New York got a strict gun laws. Dude, he wasn't worried about the laws. He got the guns, how he got them from a gun show or whatever the fuck he got them from. And he came down and he drove 3 hours to find a black fucking supermarket. A predominantly black supermarket in a predominantly black area. But guess what? It's New York. So they're not allowed to have guns. You're not going to do that in Minnesota. Because you're going to have at least 15 motherfuckers
You know
with
what's
guns.
crazy about that story? They interviewed a black guy about the dude that did the shooting. The dude said he sat and talked with the black dude the day before with the real white kid about life for like an hour and a half.
Wait, what?
It was a black guy.
Who killed?
The dude that did the mass shooting, it was a black guy that talked to him the day before that
In that same neighborhood?
by the store.
Sad, bro.
And he said, he said, man, they was just talking about life and everything. It was a black guy.
So homie was scoping the place out.
Yeah, he said he sat there and talked to him for like an hour and a half. Just about life itself. That was crazy, right?
It get weirder every
Yeah,
day. Like, it's
He said because he just seen him out there, and the guy, he just be loafing around the area or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he said he just was sitting there talking to him about something. He said, and then he just went off into talking about life and what he gonna do out of life and all type of stuff. I'm like, man, that's crazy.
Damn.
The thing too is they're not gonna do any. I don't really know what laws they could really change to really.
I mean, laws ain't got nothing to do with it. Yeah, laws
ain't got. It should be an automatic. Once you convicted of a hate crime, such, it should be an automatic death sentence.
It's just hard because they already know the consequences and they not thinking about consequences when they do that.
And it shouldn't be.
So you can't avoid it.
And it shouldn't.
You see when you turn the news on though, you're gonna see people talking about like we gotta do better with gun law. Like,
yeah,
but thinking, like, fam, like,
that had nothing to do with it.
In particular,
the gun laws don't really matter.
That's my point. That's why I be seeing on the news they talk about it. I'm like,
because them is only putting gun laws on law-abiding citizens, motherfuckers that ain't looking to go out and do no goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? So that don't matter. But honestly, like bro said, because me personally, I'm into torture. Well, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that, I guess. But
like on Saw.
Yeah, I'm at the end of the day, like
Jigsaw. They need to sit him down with Jigsaw.
Skin him alive, keep him alive. Like I guess I should say that because it's when you that type of heinous and you take that many, like keep him alive, give him an IV. You know what I mean? Skin him alive with a hot spoon. Whatever the fuck you gotta do.
Set him on fire.
Set him on fire. Put him out. Wake him up. You know what I'm saying? Feed him a biscuit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Break all his fingers. Reset him. Let him heal. Break him again. Like I just don't understand. Like me myself personally, I don't. This. You know, the execution shit is just too simple and too. Yeah, for these type of motherfuckers, you took 10 lives.
That's the easy way out. Yeah.
That's the easy way out.
It's just as easy as you took them out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the easy way out. Like I personally believe, like, you know, like even the dude that I forget who did something to one of the people that did something to the guy in New York. He ended up getting sodomized with a broomstick or some shit.
Oh yeah, I remember that was back in the 90s.
Can't feel bad for you, bruh.
Yeah, that was back in like the 90s. I remember.
Yeah, I can't feel bad for you, bruh. You understand? Like.
But that's funny though, because you remember that. Well, it ain't really funny, but you remember.
No, it is funny.
You remember No.
Yeah.
I giggle.
Cops though in Dallas, right?
Huh? The cops. Yeah, I remember that situation.
Yeah, they killed him.
They killed like 5. Yeah, they had to. Yeah, they had to.
I'm like, fam, look what they'll go through. You know what I'm saying? To kill a black
for one of us. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But for him, they ain't
No. They gave Dylan Roof a fucking burger from Burger King, bro.
That shit nuts, bro.
They gave Dylan Roof a burger, and actually, dude ass quoted Dylan Roof. Like he quoted in like that he got a 180-page manifesto.
And that's the most unfortunate thing about that, because that's the law promoting the hate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You basically you just saying that you.
Yeah, that's what you do. You get this.
Yeah, you trying to get a rise of the.
You want to be famous?
Yeah,
right. Do something like this. You go down in history.
Yeah. You about to, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you like this. I catch you in the motherfucking Walmart. I'm gonna blow your motherfucking noggin off. I'm gonna tell you like this, like real facts. I'm not even gonna think. The first thing I'm gonna think when I hear pops is automatic gunfire. I'm not looking, cause you know the normal person gonna be like, man, them fireworks. Why the fuck they like these kids is crazy?
Yeah.
Not me. I'ma automatically assume that that's motherfucking gunfire, and I'ma assume the position. You know what I mean? And when it is that situation, I can't wait. I'm looking for the situation to where, because I ain't trying to be a hero, but I feel like you got to go.
Wow, and if I never be in one of them situations.
I don't mind.
I want to be around. I don't even want it to happen.
I don't want it to happen.
Around, you know.
I don't want it to happen.
Yeah.
But I don't mind being in that situation because I feel like you don't. A lot of these dudes is cowards. They like dude went in with body armor and a helmet. Feel me? In a place where they ain't got no guns. They don't even got no guns. That's like walking into a preschool. They ain't got no guns.
Yeah.
You feel me? You walking into a place where basically you finna slaughter people, and you got on a fucking flak jacket. I mean, how much more of a coward can you be? You know what I mean? How much more of a real bitch can you be? And then they treating you with just the utmost respect. Like, yo, they did more to the motherfucker that attacked Dave Chappelle than they did to this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Dave Chappelle.
They fuck dude up.
You know what I mean? Busta Rhymes and them stomped that nigga the fuck out.
Yeah, just put that in perspective.
Yeah, they fucked him right up.
They fucked him. And he had a fake gun. He had a replica with a knife in it.
Like you fucking G.I. Joe or some
Yeah,
shit.
they broke his arm, they broke his shoulder, they broke everything.
And then, I mean, you compare it to George Floyd, fake $20 bill versus mass shooting.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
The black man with the fake $20 bills dead.
This what happened.
The mass shooter
Sent the world into an uproar.
Selling loose cigarettes, man. Eric Garner, man.
You know, it's sick. It's unfortunate. You know what I mean?
You know, so like I said, without getting too deep, my message to all my people is get your gun license. Feel me? If you can. Especially in Florida, North Carolina, all of them places that stand your ground law, get your gun license, keep it on you. Feel me? Keep it on you. I don't give a fuck if it's an AR. Whatever you legally able to motherfucking keep on you, keep it on you. You know what I'm saying? Because all this old trying to spark a race war. First of all, it ain't gonna be no race war. Like I said, it's gonna be a war against racists because we got a lot of white allies, a lot of them that don't agree with none of this shit that y'all got. You know what I mean? None of this shit that these racists got going on.
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, there's way more white people who are, you know what I'm saying, that's on the side of black people than there is.
Man, it was more white folks in the streets when the George Floyd shit happened than us.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
You hear
Not
me?
just Minnesota.
Let's keep it a buck. I'm talking about they was tearing shit up in London.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're tearing shit up in London and France. I never thought I'd see the day. But George Floyd changed the world. He made motherfuckers be like, look, this is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, like at the end of the day, man, that's a whole nother situation. You know, and we pray for the families that did
we send
pass.
prayers to the families out there.
Yeah.
Our condolences to the lost ones.
Yeah, our deepest condolences.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, it's we as a community, we just gotta start coming together. You feel me? Just like my brothers here right now. Yeah. We gotta start coming together. We gotta get with one of them ones and another one of them ones and another one of them ones, and we gotta start getting together. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta start
make shit happen.
Yeah,
my thing is make shit happen.
Make shit happen. Show motherfuckers that we stronger together. You feel me? So when you think it's that and you start talking to bro like, oh yeah, I'm finna do this, that, and the third, bro gonna knock your shit off too.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
You know what I mean? Bro not finna play with you about that neither.
But yeah, and then like we was talking earlier just about the molding of the minds. You know, start somewhere. So you know what I mean. My first thing is like, I don't know how to go change the gun laws, do all that. I don't know that. So I'm gonna start where my feet is on the ground in the community that I live
like
in,
a reach,
with the children,
right,
with the youngest minds. You know what I mean. And you know what I mean. Sometimes you got to back all the way
so
up.
they never have to even get to that part.
Like you know what I mean. This is the reality of it. This is mental illness, learned behavior. You know what I mean. And we need to make sure to be there for the community that we live in.
Yeah,
especially the children.
And make it contagious.
Women, make it contagious.
And make it contagious.
That's the big. Hold on. That's a slogan, bro. That need to be on the shirt or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Make it contagious.
That's beautiful.
Make it contagious. Love, make it contagious. That's cool.
Yeah, that we
got. Continue.
And then create successes within the community. You know what I mean? Building, because sometimes with some of this wealth is power. You know what I mean?
It most definitely is.
You know what I mean? And just it's you got to start somewhere.
And I want that's another. I want to ask you about like as far as like the FHA. We back on the real estate now. Let's back on the real estate.
Let's pivot.
I wanted to ask about the grant programs and how to go about people with
what grants
the
is out
FHA
there.
and things of that nature.
Back to the home ownership.
Yeah. So with the FHA, you know what I mean. So you actually can be what a lot of people don't know. You could be a first-time home buyer every 3 years. You know what I mean. So every 3 years you could utilize some.
So you can hit the reset button.
You can only have one FHA loan at a time. So you know what I mean. You can only homestead one house. You can't say you're living in 5 different houses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. So a homestead is the house that you live
in.
So you can only have one homestead, and then you can only have one FHA. But you can there's if you got an FHA and one, you might have to refinance that to a conventional to do another FHA. But there's also some people are under the impression that to get a conventional loan you got to put 15-20% down. You know what I mean? And I've helped people find there's 1% conventional down programs that some people might
1%?
qualify for. Yep, there's 5% down conventional programs people might qualify for. There's all these different programs through different lenders. So I work with multiple lenders, so I know different programs with different lenders, because different things fit for different people.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And when I first started, I was always FHA, MHFA. The money through the state, it's always there, never runs out. It's always there. But as as the years went on, I'm doing research. I mean, I literally was just in my office, just looking up ways to help people get some free money. You know what I mean? Yeah. And there's a program through Minnesota Build Wealth. Shout out to Minnesota Build Wealth.
Say that again.
Shout out to Minnesota Build Wealth.
Minnesota Build Wealth. I'm collaborating with them on a goal to have 6,000 African Americans buy a house in 2022. So
y'all hear that, right?
Yeah,
Tap in.
Just so y'all know. Let me I don't know if we want to hit that. All on the screen. I don't know who the fuck that is. They call it from their baby daddy phone. But I'm gonna tap in with my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tap in myself because I'm trying to get into commercial real estate. I'm trying to get into a lot of different things. Trucking is one thing we finna get into. The owner operator. I want to get into a bunch of shit that don't need me there.
Yeah.
To survive. You feel me? For me to make money. Like, I want to be sleep. I want to answer my motherfucking... This is my dream. Is answer my phone on the beach while I'm playing with my lady and her beautiful self. Shout out to Jasmine Jumper. In the sand. And be able to handle my business on a Bluetooth. Get on the computer. Handle my little business. And get back to playing in the motherfucking ocean.
Yeah. I mean, and that's when I talk about getting into real estate, there's been times where I'm sitting in Mexico and I'm paying somebody to show the houses while I'm going. Like my business still runs. It's still if there's Wi-Fi, you know what I mean.
That's all you need.
You can still buy.
Yeah,
as long as there's
Wi-Fi, you can still buy.
Even if I'm in Dubai.
Right.
There you go.
I'm going there soon, actually.
Yeah. That's dope, man.
Get there.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And then I had a friend of mine. He was telling me about somebody that they had a house. I think over there on the north side somewhere. Said he had the house. Say he tore the house down, built it all the way up, a regular house, single family home. Tore the house down, built up. I think he said a whole nother, but he stacked it and it made 6 units. Yep. So off his regular home, he just knocked it down and made like an apartment. So his property taxes still remain the same.
Yeah, so that's in it, and then when you're doing something like that, it's all about the zoning laws. Yeah, you know what I mean. So you want to make sure that you got
before you jump out there.
Yeah, for you start building something, they're like, oh, you can only do 3 units on this. This zone. You know what I mean. So you want to make sure to check the zoning laws if you have a vision like that and want to do something like that.
Prior to pulling the demolition,
it just made sense. I'm like, oh, dang, and you still get the same property taxes because that's the.
Yeah, and then some places you might see a house online and it's 6-level big building, and then you go there and it says 300,000, and you go there and ain't even no building there. You know what I mean? But they just showing you the vision of what you can create.
Oh, okay,
you know what I mean?
okay.
And as you know, and then one thing I've had a lot of my friends do is when if you say you want to be an investor, say your dream is to own an apartment building.
Right.
You know what I mean? You like, I want to own an apartment building.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've had some people they start with 1 duplex. And then they move out of that, buy another duplex, and then rent out the other 2 units. And then every year you can homestead a new house. And
every year, hold on. Every year you can homestead a new house.
So you can homestead a new house. Now, every 3 years you're a first-time home buyer, but every year you could re-homestead. You could just, you could move out of that house into another house. So now 3 years you could own 3 duplexes. Okay. Now you might have to come with 5%, 10%. You might have to buy
free game.
Buy those as an event. You might have to come with some cash out of pocket.
Yeah, because it's an investment property.
You can only get free, the grant money. You can only get that once every 3 years.
What grant? What grant money?
So there's lots of grants. There's grants that are area specific. You know what I mean? There might be a grant in Brooklyn Center. There might be a grant in North Minneapolis. There might be some grants specific to St. Paul. There might be a grant in Richfield. There might be some grants that you can use in all those different places. You find them through me.
Yeah. Once again, if you're looking for that grant, tap in. Elliot Vreeland. If you in Minnesota, he may have some contacts out of state too. Yeah. But if you in Minnesota and you want to find out this information, tap in with my man Elliot Vreeland.
Tap in.
And obviously, you know, I prefer for you to work with someone with me or someone on my team.
Yeah.
But even if you do have another realtor, even if you are locked in with somebody, I'm still gonna share with you the information.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I ain't gonna, you know, I ain't
We gonna rock with Elliot Vreeland on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, it's
Big facts.
but you know, I'm also, you know, I'm a good person to support. You know, I got a lot of kids at home.
You're right, yeah.
I got a lot going on.
I got so many kids. I'm making 6 figures and still living below poverty.
There we go.
You know what I mean? It's- I don't. You know what
I feel you on that
like,
one.
they like, you made a lot of money. I mean, I don't know what happened to it, but I
feel
made
you
it
on
once.
that.
I'm making it again. I guess I need to make 200.
Yeah, they well fed.
Hell, 100. That wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
That was that was just went from multi-meal to name brand cereal. I don't even.
Right.
My life didn't
They got
change that
Captain
much.
Crunch now
Yeah.
instead of what's that, Special K?
King Crunch.
King
whatever.
Crunch. Captain K.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to go into the as far as starting your LLC.
So you
Necessary steps as far as like.
yeah, you just get on the secretary. I mean, it's not that hard. You know what I mean?
Okay,
you get on the
then.
Secretary of State website and you just name it.
I mean, after the fact, like, do you set up like an account? Do you pay
yeah,
yourself?
so you want to
and-
start an LLC,
Yeah.
and then you want to have a business account. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
in case, you know, so you don't get sued personally.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, just to kind of
So
protect
the
yourself.
the LLC is a limited liability corporation.
Yeah. So you know,
And then that separates your personal finances from your business.
and now you're developing business credit.
Okay.
And then you can use that business credit. Say down the line you want to purchase a commercial property.
Yeah.
Now you got some business credit. You know, and then you know, like you said, you know, your business gets sued, not you personally. You know,
Right.
what I mean?
Okay,
You're
right,
not go in a crazy hole, and not that anybody, you know, not that you really, but you never know. You never know what happens.
Yeah.
But you want to protect
That's why
yourself.
50 Cent tell motherfuckers they ain't getting a dime.
That stuff somehow it doesn't affect your personal credit.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
It's like a whole nother line of credit, basically,
Yeah.
under the business.
So in the event that you get a disgruntled customer who wants to drag you through litigation, they're gonna drag the business through that. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm not saying I'm gonna sink the business, but like 50 said, you're not gonna get a dime because you know it's all set up, you know, for me to make sure I protect myself and my family's not gonna be affected by your bullshit.
And then you're able. Sometimes you got to separate your business money from your personal money. You know what I mean? You want to say that, you know, I got 30. I got 30,000 in this business account. You know what I mean? And I got, you know, my direct deposit coming in over here. You know, and you can say, okay, this is money that I can afford to risk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I still got this money over here to provide
Right.
for my family.
Yeah, this
you
is
know
my
what I
life
mean?
right here.
Yeah, I
This
got
is
my
life.
oodles
I
and
got,
noodles of
you know,
money in.
Some of us, a lot of us, even if it's just you, we all got responsibility.
Yeah,
We're all
right.
taking care of somebody, even if it's just yourself. And you know,
Even if it's yourself, you
Yeah,
taking care of
yeah.
somebody.
Somebody. Yeah, you are somebody.
Yeah.
yeah,
And like I be telling people like people like in the streets that's getting a plenty of money, whatever, this, that, and the other. I'd be like, man, just start your get your LLC, start a business, and just pay yourself and pay the taxes on it. And
Yeah.
you do that over time, you know, you didn't establish it, even if it ain't a real business.
Yeah.
Just pay the taxes on it.
all the time.
Yeah, if you pay the taxes on this business, you paying yourself and you paying taxes on this business that you got, you don't know how far you can go. It may cost you. You may have to get IRS $20,000 or something, but hey, it's well worth it.
You see my face,
as
G?
far as financial literacy, you know, your money's supposed to work for you at the end of the day.
I definitely
Money ain't doing no good just sitting there at all.
Hey, let me explain. Let me translate. So what you need to do is you need to get you whatever you got going on, get you a legitimate, reputable business,
Right, there we go.
right? That you can actually lean on, and you put legal finances and you make legal moves because taking street funds, because I had to look the shit up myself, taking street funds from street shit that's illegal and trying to create that's called money laundering. So that's another charge. So we're not talking about that. Let me just be
not
clear.
talking about that.
Yeah, let me be clear.
If you in the streets,
we're
you
not
get jammed,
promoting
you
money
jammed
laundering.
anyway. But if you
Yeah.
can go as far as you can without getting jammed, you'll be all right.
and none of us are lawyers, so
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
take
exactly.
any of
None
this
of us
as
are-
legal advice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to disclose
Yeah.
that none of
Yeah.
us
None
are
of us
lawyers.
are lawyers.
So
but it's kind of like when you got a car that break down a lot. You kind of low key a mechanic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know the carburetors.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of one of them situations. So we want to make sure that you don't take our advice and you take that bullshit and you start doing some shit. You're like, man, they told me on the podcast. No, nigga, that's not what the fuck we said.
Yeah.
What we said.
I say do it, because when you get jammed, you're going to get jammed anyway.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
I'm saying, brother, transition to some legal shit. That's what I'm saying. Transition to some legal shit and get you a good woman like Jasmine Jumper. Not mine though, she's taken. But get you a good woman that's gonna help you transition to where you need to go. You understand? Put money where you need to put it. You know what I mean? The money, the $100,000 in the shoebox, that shit ain't gonna. You can't.
Money's supposed to be pimp. You supposed to send them dollars out there to recruit more dollars.
Yeah.
Money don't do no good just sitting.
Big facts.
So I just need to throw that out there.
Yeah. Stop putting your money. Stop putting your money in a fucking bank and start putting it in investments. If you liquid, you broke. Period.
I know the money phones look nice with the money on you. Yeah. Hey, send that shit out there to work though.
Yeah. If it's on your ear, you broke, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's on your ear, you broke.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't seen that nigga Kanye with a fucking money brick yet.
Yeah,
And he worth 9 of
I
them.
haven't had somebody come to the closing table with a money brick yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Knock
Hold on.
it off.
Yeah, I'll be in there in a minute, bro.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
The money talking.
You know.
Yeah, not like what you were saying.
My fault. These hundreds was talking to me. You know, so it's just a blessing, man, to be able to share this information with y'all. And I'm so glad that the live cut off when it did, because if you don't go to YouTube, shout out to our YouTube.
Well, you should be on there now.
Yeah, you should
If
be
you're looking
on
at
there.
us now, you should be on there. You should be on
Kicking and
YouTube right
Converse
now.
podcast. Subscribe, like, share.
Share right now, too.
Share. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't take nothing but a couple seconds. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but a couple seconds to like, subscribe, and share. But if at the end of the day, this is what we need more of.
Mm-hmm.
More information sharing.
Yeah.
More, you know, all that other shit. That shit's cool. All them rapper shit. That shit cool. But this is what we need. And a lot of y'all right now is gonna be looking at home buying. Y'all gonna be looking at, you know, y'all first time home buyers, and y'all don't got this information. Y'all don't got nobody to lead y'all down the right path. Like I said, contact my man Vreeland. You know, contact my man Elliot Vreeland.
I eat every day. I'm happy to have lunch with you.
Yeah,
There we go.
You know, I got a phone we can call, you know what I mean, make it convenient, you know what I mean? Zoom, there's technology, you know what I mean, you can make.
Yeah, ain't no reason not to.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna have my lady. You know, I'm not in a position, but I'm gonna have my lady contact this brother, because we need to make sure our shit is secure. We need to make sure that we got somebody we trust. And just sitting with this brother, this clearly ain't no facade. This clearly ain't no, you know what I'm saying? No gimmick, no joke, no none of that shit.
Real
like,
deal.
You know, it's the real deal. It's authentic. You know what I mean? We all got to start getting around the people that, and then each one teach one. You know what I mean? Whatever we learn from this brother, we can go and pass it on to them. And if they need somebody, they can go to him, and vice versa. And that's what we need to do with our businesses. You know, we need to start doing that just like we did in the South. You know, in Atlanta and all the other, you know, southern towns, South Carolina. Shout out to Goose Creek, South Carolina. It was a community effort.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was you got bread, he got bologna, I got cheese, dude got mayonnaise. We finna make some sandwiches. So we learned how to, you know what I mean, work together. Up here it's like a me, nah, I got it, fuck them.
Yeah, and nobody want to share the game, and that's the one thing that I'm doing a little differently too. It's like, even if you want to do what I'm doing, I'll show you how to, you know what I mean? Instead of, I'm not going to look at you as competition either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can jump into the same career field, do the same thing.
I'm only
you can
human.
jump on, We can have the same friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
So
You
much
know what I
money
mean?
to get.
As long as you got grind and hustle and
That's
grit,
all it take.
you going to be all right.
That's all it
You know what I
take.
mean? It don't matter how many people in the world, don't matter how many people in your field. Stop looking at people as competition. You know what I mean? Just know that it's within you and your actions and your hustle and your grind. That's how you're going to get to where you're going.
Yeah.
Right. And
You know what I mean?
shout out to the other two realtors that I know, Brian Parker and Suge Jackson. She just got her realtor's license. We had her on the show.
Yeah. She had the one of them ones on too.
Yeah.
I know
was-
Suge.
Yeah, good peoples. You feel me? Good peoples, and we definitely we want to just keep the energy going, keep the vibes going. And I personally appreciate you sliding through and giving the game up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, giving the game away, because a lot of people, and this, like I had, like, okay, so I give you a situation. So I remember doing whatever I was doing, and I remember pulling up in a Hummer H2 that year, just came out. So everybody kind of like googly eyed about it, right? Mind you, I got homeboys that got Spider Ferraris, all kind of shit at that time.
Yeah.
So, you know, me myself, I'm like, damn, like, you know, I pull up one day. I pull up to Karma. If anybody know about Karma in Minnesota,
Yeah.
you know. So I pull up to Karma one day. I see one of my Asian homies. He in a Bentley coupe. Shout out to Trav. He got a Bentley coupe, but it wasn't Trav. But I pull up one day, and I'm like, damn, bruh, what the fuck? Like, I know we've been doing the same shit. Like, how the fuck you just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he said, come in, let's talk. You know, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to elaborate on what we talked about, but it was some legal shit, definitely some legal shit.
Yeah.
And the fact that he was willing to give me the game, because you got a lot of dudes that'd be like, yo, what you do to get that Bentley coupe? And you'll get a lot of niggas that be like, a lot of brothers that be like, oh man, it's just a car.
Yeah.
See, now I want to rob you. Because you just, you know what I mean? You just like really played with me like I wasn't like, I just asked you because I admire what you got going on. I respect you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I pay homage, and then you just like kind of try to shit on me and didn't give me no information. None.
Yeah.
And so now I'm on some savage shit. Like, oh, okay. And that's where we put people at when we don't give them the information and they really ask, you know what the fuck they asking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what the fuck they asking, and it's each one teach one. And if you don't get that brother the game, you might end up being fooled.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't, you know, I mean, I don't,
There's plenty
You know,
of niggas. As soon as motherfucker clutch their purse, I want to rob them.
even like, yeah.
I mean, but at the end of the day, it's like, man, when you the smartest motherfucker in the circle, it's time to find a new circle.
Right.
You know, you got to go to where, you know, them brighter minds is at.
Big
Yeah,
facts.
but
You know, if you want to learn, and you gotta have that will to learn too. You know, you just can't say you want to go there just to be around these motherfuckers.
Right.
You got to go in them circles with the will to learn. You know,
And there's a lot of really smart people who broke,
yeah,
and a lot of people who ain't the brightest, who got a ton of drive,
yeah,
who's driving them nice cars. You know what I
There
mean?
we go, yeah.
Because you know you can't have you can't have the brains without the drive.
no, you can't.
You know what I mean?
Drive will always outbeat talent.
Yeah.
It really will.
Your hustle will always beat talent.
Yeah.
So somebody can be as talented as Jay-Z, DMX, Dolph, fucking Biggie, Pop, all you know, Von, Nipsey, King Nipsey. And if you don't if you don't have the if you don't have the drive, it don't even matter.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
It don't even matter. Like, cause you
Like,
said what?
Without that work ethic, it's just wishful thinking.
It's just wishful
That's all it
thinking.
really is.
If
It's
as
a
an
wish.
entertainer, especially an entertainer, if you could pay yourself more than anybody else has ever paid you, you know what I mean?
Right.
You're
Yeah.
still getting paid by other people.
Yeah.
But if you can figure out how to pay yourself too,
And I think that's
You know
what
what I
people
mean?
should want to do.
yeah.
When you can when you can figure out how to pay yourself more than anybody else can pay you, you one of the ones.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
Period.
Because it's you know, I've had people that I've booked to do shows, and they about to walk out the door, and I'm like, you ain't ever asked me if it was a paid gig, or asked me for no money. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I gotta get back here.
Yeah, I
You-
got
yeah,
I got
yeah,
something
yeah.
for you.
You did good, man.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know
I
what mean?
got
You
something
brought
for
people
you.
out, man.
Uh-huh.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And you know, and I'm a you know, and I ain't never did a free show. So, you know, the
Yeah.
comedy's a little different than the music. So, you know what I mean? But then I started adding some musical artists to
Okay,
my show.
right.
And I don't care about how other people do it. I want to do it the right way.
There
Yeah,
you go.
And if I book
There
you
you go.
and I ask you to come do something, it's going to be paid.
Yeah.
Because that's how I think it
Right.
should be. And that's how I want to build my brand.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I'm brand building right now.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just.
And that's dope.
I'm just a promoter because I'm a hustler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I can.
I'm gonna get mine.
Yeah.
It's just
I'm gonna eat regardless.
yeah, that's the road I'm taking to get mine.
Yeah.
You take that road.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take
And-
my road.
But either way, I'm gonna make sure if you're
Yeah.
around me, you gonna eat.
I see you at the finish line.
Yeah. And I'm not saying
If you
nothing
make it
bad
there.
about no other
Yeah.
promoters. I just, you know, I'm just like I said, I'm just making stuff up.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm just coming up with ideas, and I'm following.
And you sit alone while you
I'm
do
like,
this.
you know what?
Yeah.
I'm just going out and looking at space like, man, this is a
Exactly.
nice place for a comedy show. I must rent this out, and then I'm making a flyer, and I'm inviting people, and you know what I mean. I'm hustling. I would literally spend hours in inboxing people, personal messages. I would I'll look at your whole page, and I'll learn about you for about 15 minutes. You ain't never met me in your life, and I'm like, hey, man, I got a little new puppy.
You know,
I see a little new puppy over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's a shout out to me. But that's the one thing I shout out to Herc. But that's the one thing. That's the one thing that I respect about it. Not only just you, but I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Because when Bay started sending me pictures, you know what I mean? Because she investigates all the people that we try to book.
Yeah.
I said, damn, he do comedy, he do financial literacy. Okay, so he a real estate agent too? Ooh,
Yeah.
this and the third? Okay, well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I thought it was super dope because you don't have a lot of people that wear a bunch of hats and they're good at all of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got most people that they try to wear a bunch of hats, but they're mediocre.
And it's a front though.
It's
lot
a
of
front.
times. Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So they're not really going hard because they're passionate. You, I can tell, it's going hard because you're passionate.
Yeah.
And I like that, which is why I promote. I'm gonna promote the hell out of it. Just like if you was my brother. You know what I mean? I've known Brian Parker for 20 years?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna promote you just like I promote him. Why? Because there's enough money to get for everybody.
And then the vice versa comes back full circle. Now I'm promoting your podcast. I'm promoting what you're
Exactly.
doing. You know what I mean? I'm promoting your clothing
I definitely
brand.
rock with you.
You know what I mean? I'm
gonna make sure I get you together.
Yeah, definitely rock with you.
I'm gonna, I might do a show and take.
Because we've been friends for a while though. We've been friends on Facebook for a while. But and that's why I say I seen you with the I thought you was a comedian because I seen you standing on the stage.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you take what you see on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, babe, I had to conversate with her, and she's like, "Yeah, he do this, and ooh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?" And so she had to like educate me on what the fuck you had going on, and I was like, "Dude, I'm glad he came through."
Yeah, and
you know what I'm saying?
I got a bus stop on Broadway, Aldridge. You ever drive by? You know what I mean? I was like, because I do comedy, real estate. I said, you know what? I'm about to put a nice suit on and some gold teeth, and I'm gonna smile real big.
You on the bus stop?
Hire me. You good as gold. And shout out to Iman Aboji. That's my girl. Yeah. She paid for the bus stop. You know what I mean? It's my birthday gift.
Okay, then that's
you know
what's up. What's her name again?
Yeah.
Iman Aboji. She's also gonna be. She's working on her license too. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Gonna join the team. And
shout out to her.
Yeah, she's one of the people that I think about when it comes to drive. You know what I mean? It was like, well, I mean,
I be loving that though. I be loving when I see somebody
present.
drive,
Like,
man.
if you had a business and somebody puts your business on a bus stop for a gift, it's like, you know what I mean? That's showing that you want the other person to succeed. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
I love it.
jewelry.
Well, I'm gonna just let you know now. I'm gonna put Bay in the car with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like as
No, it
far
ain't
as
a car, it's a minivan, but
Right,
I got a lot of kids.
minivans is comfortable. You know what I mean? Cars get crowded.
Yeah, I think they overrated.
Yeah,
Put
most
it in the town and country.
Yeah, there's a reason that soccer mom drive that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You understand? But I'm definitely finna put motherfuckers in the car with you because I feel like not only do you deserve it, you earn it, but you're a good brother.
And you moving, you making stuff happen.
Yeah, you making shit move.
A lot of people be on social media. They that on social media.
Right.
They not that in real life. Social media allow you to be whatever you want to be. You can be a fucking astronaut. Motherfucker throw a whole fucking NASA suit on motherfucking on social media. Talking about he about to go to Mars. You know what I'm saying? You see this motherfucker at the liquor store.
You ain't seen this nigga go to Mars, bro? Nah, I
So
didn't.
basically, you can be whatever you want to be on social media. So I just love like meeting people who are who they say they are in real life because that's the person I want to know.
And that's the kick it and converse niche. Is that we are into meeting real people. We don't really give a fuck about like your music. We care about. You know what I mean? Your platform.
But we want to
care
kick it
about.
with you.
But we want to kick it with you. We want to know the motherfucker behind all that shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We want to know the real person, and the fact that you came and gave us the real person, bro. I salute you.
Yeah, most definitely.
And because everybody got a brand.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody got a brand. What's your brand stand for? I tell this to the students in the comedy camp. I tell this to my daughters, my children. Like, everybody should have a logo and a brand. You know what I mean? You should have something that you can put on the shirt.
Shit, you are a brand.
Yeah.
You got to represent yourself. I made a post like that a few weeks ago. That you yourself each individual is a brand. You got to brand yourself. You got to add some worth to yourself.
Yeah, I got it.
You know?
I got another thing I'm doing. I'm writing a book right now too.
Yeah.
So I created a brand. I got a son with autism, so I created a brand. It's called.
Shout out to him.
Shout out. What's your son's name?
His name's Elliot. You know what I mean? But
shout out to Elliot Jr.
Yeah, we call him Aiden though. You know what I'm saying? He was,
shout out to Aiden.
So my son with autism. You know what I mean? I go out in public and a lot of, you know what I mean? It's it's things happen. You know, that are not necessarily considered normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People looking at it. So I created this brand called Raw Autistic. Stands for I'm good at autism. So I can put a shirt on my son that says, "Don't worry, I'm good at this."
Okay,
you know what I mean?
That's
I know what I'm doing.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
so now to stop him giving
That's
funny
dope.
looks, people giving my family funny looks. You know, sometimes my older daughter get a little embarrassed. You do some stuff. You know what I mean? He, just he don't care about what nobody think about.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm good at this, nigga.
Yeah,
Fuck you mean?
I'm good at this.
You ain't even good at your job.
So I'm looking. I need a few more volunteers. So I'm interviewing about 10 people, kids, dogs, whatever. Doesn't matter what level of the spectrum you were on. And then I'm gonna write a chapter about each one of the person based on the interview and highlight something that they're good at. Highlight some of the successes that they've had, and just ignore any negative. You know what I mean?
Super dope.
Just give them a platform. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we connected with a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I got a couple homeboys, super swole homeboys, whatever. And when I talk about big hearts, I'm talking about big hearts like my brother Sandre Burns.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Sandre Burns. Shout out to Twin. I got a lot of brothers, Dre Day, Barber Life Dre Day, that if anything you need, we there for you. You know what I'm saying? So all you gotta do is let us know, and I'm gonna hit my people, and they're gonna show up.
Appreciate that. You know what I mean? Because it's you know what I mean. It's just it's a lot. You know what I mean?
It's all about building relationships.
Yeah.
I don't want to hate on nobody. I don't want to see nobody
Relationships
doing bad.
mean a lot more than money.
Yeah, a whole lot more because
Yeah,
you never know where they can take you.
and because you don't know where life gonna take you. You know what
You
I
don't.
mean? Like I remember when I first found out my son had autism. That wasn't a thing when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like I ain't know the autism. I was hearing. You know what I mean? I ain't know that. You know what I mean?
Hit home,
Yeah, the doctor told me that my son had the autism. I'm like, well, sure. How long has he got? You know what I mean? We talking months, years. You know what I mean?
How long's he got?
Yeah. Doctor like, nah. He
Right,
like,
so should I stop by Walgreens or what's up?
Yeah.
Should I cancel this motherfucking this Whole Foods card?
Yeah, so prescription be ready when?
You know what I mean?
He like, nah, he ain't about to die, man. He's just processing information a little differently. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna give you $700 a month Social Security.
Yeah.
We're gonna give you PCA work for 7 hours a day.
Okay.
So well, shit, check all 5 of these little motherfuckers.
Yeah, we all
All these niggas got
I think they all got the
autism.
autism shit. I think I got that shit too.
Yeah, me too, nigga.
Right, yeah.
I
we all
need a check.
It's probably hereditary.
Facts.
Right.
Big facts, man. Like I said, man, I not only do I commend you, bro, but I appreciate you. We appreciate you for sliding through.
Man, I appreciate y'all for having me, man. You know what I mean? Because you can only reach so much people on the telephone.
Yeah.
And I don't got the biggest following in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Neither do we.
I don't have the moment.
And we working on it. And you do got to put us up on that, though.
I have.
So we can get that built.
I have some formats. I have some plans. I have some resources.
We're going to talk about it.
And because I spent so much time on my craft. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And being as good as I could be on that stage in front of actual people. Yeah. And I got, and I don't want to use it as an excuse, but I got so many things going on. I'm running businesses, running shows, doing this, and
we both don't want to know
I know exactly where you
is,
come from.
So trust me, as much as I would love to just, follow the dream as all these, all my kids, and I just want to be YouTube famous.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll help you. I'll help you, and I'll get there. But I'm also spending the time to champion my kids. You know what I mean? To teach a kid who can't hit a ball play baseball. You know what I mean? I have my son in basketball. You know what I mean?
Because that's what happened to me yesterday. Because we supposed to did it yesterday.
Yeah.
But I be getting that vibe from my kids like, Dad, we need to do something. So that's why I said.
I was so tired. I was so tired yesterday. It was like your job calling you. Hey, you ain't got to come in today. I said, sweet.
Yeah. So as soon as he said, we should probably do it tomorrow, I said, bet.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
I had to go venture out with the kids yesterday. So shout out to my babies.
I was almost hoping it was on Tuesday.
Shout out to the youngins. Shout out to all the youngins. You know what I mean?
Definitely,
man.
Yeah. We live for y'all, man. Because when we gone, we're going to be gone before y'all, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? But when we gone, y'all got to carry the legacy. So we definitely appreciate and love You know what I
And
mean?
if you got any kids, any high schoolers, man, that's good at making people laugh, man, send them my way. You know what I mean? We're gonna try to.
My son funny, but he just a little bashful. He like funny on doing like the little TikToks and stuff. I'm gonna talk to him about it, though, because
I'm gonna talk to the youngest.
He got
one.
like at school. He just got so many. He like one of them that everybody look to for being the clown. You know what I'm saying?
Before we
That's where it starts, though. That's where it starts. That's where, you know what I mean? That's
I think he'd just be bashful on that stage presence.
Before we get out of here, I gotta tell you this motherfucking story. So I ain't gonna say his name. The motherfucker that know. So the eldest called himself. I don't know what the fuck kind of challenge this was or dare this was, but they dared this boy to hit a motherfucking weed pen for about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Now I don't know nothing about weed pens because I don't smoke weed pens. I had an edible and I had a very horrible time on the plane. I was very nervous and paranoid.
What you mean taking it? Just like hit it and hold it?
Keep hitting it for 10 seconds. I don't know what it's called. It's some type of challenge or some type of whatever the fuck.
It's called dangerous.
Right, yeah.
Mind you,
Risk.
they had to call a goddamn ambulance for this boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I had to have a whole talk with him. You know what I mean? Like as far as thinking for yourself.
Yeah.
Feel me? Thinking for yourself. You're at work though. This ain't you off work and whatever the case. This boy was at work. Had to go back in and work. Couldn't feel his feet. You feel me? Was dizzy as fuck. The motherfucking GM is in the building.
Wait, he don't smoke though. Right?
Don't smoke.
Oh yeah, he fucked up.
Yeah.
You feel me? Thought he was gonna die.
Yeah.
I'm looking at him like, boy, you a goofball. You understand? Like, thinking for yourself and just the fact that, like, but I had to take into consideration, like, I love you. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't even talk to him tonight when he came, because he came home. When he came home, he had a Walmart bag around his ears. You know what I mean? Because it was, you know what I mean? Like he was sick type shit. I'm going to talk to you tomorrow morning.
So I was wondering, because they got the gummies, you know what I mean? It's all nowadays.
Man, look.
Flame hydritos, you know what I mean? All these stuff. So I'm like, you know what? I gotta have a plan in case one of my kids accidentally eat the wrong bag of candy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what would I do? You know what I mean? What would I do? Because I don't want to take them to the hospital if you know what I mean.
This shit gonna look different.
Texting at my house. Thinking I did something
CPS
wrong.
on you.
I'm like, man, I think I probably just had to take it to the buffet.
Yeah.
I'd have to take it to the buffet.
Let's go eat.
Yeah, come on, we gonna get this off.
We forget he's high no times. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we gonna go straight to Old Country Buffet.
Let's go eat. You know what I mean?
He go from scared to happy.
Yeah, you hear me? Like food. Immediately. No wait.
Hopefully I don't go, but I'm like, I don't know, maybe the buffet's better than the emergency room. I don't know.
I'm glad they called his mama.
Don't take me for medical advice either. I can't give legal advice or medical advice.
Right. I'm just talking as a person.
Yeah, I got to disclose these things.
Yeah. But that's the same thing because they called his mama instead of his motherfucking, and I said that's love. Because they called, that's $3,000 down there. Fucking ambulance ride. You know what I'm saying? Over some weed. You know what I'm saying? Over a weed pen.
You're gonna be just fine in like 30 minutes.
Right. But I had to explain to him, do you understand that if you get caught with that weed pen, that's a felony? A lot of people don't understand that. That's a manufactured drug. Yeah, that's been listed.
Yeah, it's different than
Yeah, that's been listed. It's different than if you was in Arizona and you got something from the dispensary. You know what I mean? Versus you in a place where we don't have no dispensaries. And you get caught with something that's manufactured, that's a felony. Feel me? Because I had allegedly, like 60 dabs at one time, right? My cousin brought them to me. I'm like, I just give him the money. I'm not tripping.
Hold on.
Allegedly.
You said allegedly. My cousin bought them, and I had like 60.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Somebody told you about what you had.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Pretty much. So as soon as I found out that shit was a fucking felony, nigga, given my record, give me $10 less on every one of these motherfuckers that I just gave you, and you can have this shit. Why? Because, nigga, I'm not catching no felony over this. But that's the problem. Is we don't be knowing.
And then some of that stuff is new, like the e-cigarettes, the e-pens and all that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like, this is a little healthier, a little safer. You know what I mean? And then, you know what I mean? Now next you know you don't like this. Right. You know what I mean? Like they said it was a little,
right, you got a whole big-ass, dumbass hole in your neck.
Yeah.
Everything don't work the same for everybody. Yeah,
you got a vibrator on your neck.
And it's crazy how you spoke on that the ambulance, right? Yeah. When I had caught COVID.
Yeah.
I'm in here. I just all of a sudden, I just got like hot, like soaking hot. You know, I came in the back, sat down for a minute. Man, you, I had somebody in the chair. So I just
Let's be clear.
Yeah, I just all of a sudden get like hot. Actually, I was cutting my nephew.
Yeah.
So I'm gone. So I go back in there. And while I'm walking back in there, I'm like, I see a guy, he's sitting there in like the little lobby area. He's sitting there in the lobby area. So I go back in there and I'm getting ready to finish my nephew haircut. My sister, she's standing there too. So I can't do nothing. I'm like, I'm fading out right now. So I tell one of the barbers, I'm like, man, go on and finish lining them up for me. And after that, that's all I remember.
Yeah.
Passed out, was gone. You know, fell out. Yeah. So I done passed out and everything. So they all jump.
Unvaccinated.
Yeah, at this point, they all jump up to my rescue. Like I said, I'm gone. I passed out. Shaking me. So next thing you know, I just see the dude in my face. The guy that was sitting in the lobby, like he like right here as I'm waking up. But they was like, you know when you woke up? They was like, soon as we said call the ambulance.
Nigga, that's expensive. It's expensive,
hey,
nigga.
They said as soon as we said call the ambulance, your eyes start fluttering.
Wait a minute, nigga.
Hold up, no, dude. It was like, you like, no, don't call the ambulance.
So next time you see somebody
yeah.
who they unresponsive.
Yeah, mention the ambulance.
Yeah, whisper ambulance in the ear.
Yeah. Hey, they said, he's like, man, your eyes start fluttering soon as we say call the ambulance. Said your eyes start fluttering. You woke up.
Yeah. and if their eyes don't start fluttering, you know they got insurance through the state.
You know it's serious then.
You know they got a zero deductible.
Yeah. I was like, they said as soon as they start saying call the ambulance, you woke up. Like, nah. No more bills.
What, the Uber ain't available?
Yeah. Somebody tell y'all got cars all out in front. Come on now. Ambulance got to get here. We get that quicker. We got a car already here. And then I was kind of spooked because the fire truck came.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hold up, y'all ain't gonna charge it. He was like, no, we don't charge for this though. I'm like, hell no, I'm be trying to put no bills on me that I don't need. You know, I'm going through enough already.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just the funniest thing right there. Though.
Yeah, that's good.
I got COVID. It was like that too. I was jogging at the lake, and then I was like, man, something don't feel right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm damn near where my car was. So I'm like, all right, man. You know, I'm almost done. So I finished jogging, and I cross the street. I go over to my car, and I'm for real getting lightheaded, like you talking about. Like I'm like, I need to sit down. I turn the AC on blast. Yeah. Thinking like, man, I'm gonna be all right. But then I'm for real like. I damn near felt like I was having a panic attack or something.
Yeah, that's that feeling.
This Labor Day weekend, mind you. So people probably thought I was drunk. They were like, oh, homie drunk as hell, you know what I'm saying? He's stumbling around his car, and I literally opened up my door and just started puking everywhere, fam. I'm like, what the hell? So I went to urgent care that next day, though.
Oh, you lasted the next day?
I made it home, I showered, I went to bed, I didn't do shit. But then the next day, bro, my body was done.
More of the story, you didn't call ambulance.
Right, yeah.
That's what kept me alive.
Hey, I hope none of these people call the ambulance, huh?
I swear, that's the first, because I called my girl. She was like, call the ambulance. And I swear, I started getting it together immediately. I'm like, okay, my vision coming back. I'm starting to feel like I got my balance.
Yeah.
Like, the ambulance.
And it's crazy because after I got up, I was feeling fine.
Yeah. I remember being in a lot of pain. And then I got a ride to the emergency room. And then on the way there along, I'm thinking like, man, I know I ain't got no insurance right now. By the time I got to that front door, I said, you know what, man, it ain't really that bad, man. You know what I mean? I ain't even checked myself in. I said, you know what, I think it don't feel as bad as when I said I needed to come here. Somehow about just thinking about that bill made me feel a little better.
Yeah, you start thinking like you a cowboy there. Like they ain't had that stuff. They ain't had that stuff back in the 1800s. I'm just gonna deal with it.
Let me try 4 more than Profits first before we check all the way in.
Yeah.
That shit funny, dog. That shit I have you feeling you be just fine.
I felt fine. Seemed like right after I woke up, it seemed like I was good.
Man, I tell you, hey man, look, hey, I'm not requesting anybody to get state insurance, but that ambulance ride free.
Yeah,
that's all I do know.
I know. I gotta pretend one of my kids sick. Just to
He's sick. They come and pick up your grown ass.
Yeah, I got a discount on my lifetime membership under my son's name right now.
Yeah, cause lifetime expensive.
Well, I ain't naming Elliot for nothing.
Yeah. Hey, I'm him.
Yeah.
I am him for real though. He's me actually.
I am him.
Yeah.
I'm here to work out, not argue.
Right.
Come on, say people in line. People trying to get in here.
What you arguing about, sir? I'm in distress.
Yeah.
I need help. But it's a blessing, man. And we just glad to have this platform to be able to bring good people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna bring you back. Definitely. We definitely will be. We're gonna start saying this out loud. We're gonna be throwing a New Year's Eve party. So you definitely invited.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Bring your people. Find somewhere for the kids to go.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? We gonna do it. We're gonna do a suited and booted New Year's Eve party. So we're definitely gonna bring all our good guests back. You know what I mean? All our people back. All our good people back.
Barbecue or something this summer too.
Yeah, we want to. Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna be barbecuing like a motherfucker this summer. Yeah, ribs, all that. You know what I mean? Beef ribs, pork ribs, whatever the case. 2 different grills for those that don't eat pork. You know what I mean?
What's up with them Italian sausage you was talking about earlier?
They
Spent your boy right off, huh?
Hey man, hey, you know what? You right. I ain't even gonna hold you.
You probably got out the phone like I ain't tell you that nigga shit.
Yeah.
I
You
got
got
out the
shit
phone
fucked up.
like Italian sausage. I forgot.
Yeah, I told the motherfucker Bronx, what the fuck he ungrateful motherfucker.
Some grateful ass nigga.
Yeah, he could have got the Bronx and threw him away or something. Hey, damn.
He ain't standing over this hot flame like me. But like I said, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in to Kick It and Converse, man. And like my brother Trav say, if you don't respect nothing
Hold
else,
on. Let my man give the shout out one more time about what he represent so they can tap in.
Yeah.
You know, so Elliot, Vreeland, it's all tied in. I got the brand Dad Life, you know what I mean? Rawtistic, real funny is rare.
Rawtistic.
I also support other people's brands. One of the ones, Steph Weezy, me and Do Nasty,
Rise and
business
Grind.
partner. I had a comedy series, Nasty, Sexy, Cool, me, Do Nasty, Ashley Henderson. I got a real estate team, you know what I mean? I haven't actually named it yet, but it's probably going to be called the Gold Group. You know what I mean? Hire us, you're good as gold. That's kind of the motto there. So then I got team meetings. If you were interested in getting into real estate, I can help you out there. If you know somebody with autism who might want to be interviewed and be highlighted in this book I'm writing, I can help you out there. If you got a high schooler who is interested in chasing the opportunity of making money, building a brand, and getting on stage and sharing some of their talents as a comedian, it could be skits, stand-up comedy. There's many, many different angles of comedy. You know what I mean? I'm more of a stand-up specialist, and I'm also working on inventing a kid's toy. I got a kid's toy coming out. I hope, you know what I mean? I hope.
My man got a closet full of jackets. Closet full of jackets.
Yeah, but
wish I could show all the jackets.
Yeah, but there's and the one thing about me is I'm somebody that you could contact and you never know what angle it's gonna go. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Relationships.
Yeah, there might be something that I can help you out. There might be something you could help me out, but it's always going to be something that we can help each other out. It's all about win-wins, and there's a lot of win-wins out here.
Yeah.
And
we need more W's than L's.
Yeah. So it's all about building a relationship to benefit both parties. You know what I mean? If you do things selflessly instead of selfishly, you're gonna get a lot further in life. You know what I mean? So you could literally uplift people and uplift yourself at the same time.
Growth.
So just I'm building a team and other things because it's only enough time of the day. So you know what I mean. I'm trying to grow with people, not as an individual, but as a community, as a unit, and then
teamwork make that dream work.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff it's a lot of times it's impossible to do stuff on your own. So the thing is, if you can build a team, a squad, and everybody like-minded, as far as the growth, part of it goes, man, you can go so far, And even my slogan with my brand, it's with the energy acquired through motivation, you can go far beyond your expectations. Man, that's just some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we don't feel we can do stuff until we motivate it. Then when you motivated enough to do that, you be like, damn, it was that easy. It was that simple.
All
Not
I-
saying that
all I
everything
do
is
is keep
easy,
moving.
but sometimes, you know, just that motivation to give you that push
Yeah.
to do what you felt that you couldn't do. And then you be like, damn, I did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what my brand represents, the motivation, and everybody should represent motivation. You know, if find something that will motivate you, you know.
Yeah.
And that way you'll go that much further in life. You know, just a little motivation, a lot of motivation, wherever it goes, that's where it's going to take you, you know.
And if you're in a slump, your slump will expire. You're never
Exactly.
gonna sit there forever.
Yeah,
know?
you can't. You're going to have to move.
You're gonna have to go somewhere.
Yeah.
You know?
For real.
So yeah, and just contact me, Elliot Vreeland. You know what I mean? My phone is always on. You know.
And that number again?
My number is 612-655-0592. Elliot Vreeland on all social medias. You can find me at elliot.vreeland at CB Realty. So email me, call me, send me a message, invite me to lunch, come to a team meeting, come to a show, come see what these youth are doing, come see me perform live on a comedy stage or doing a stage play, watch the movie, buy a book, just, you know, let's work, and then let me know what you got going on as well.
Yeah.
Let me know if you've got some cake jars for sale. Let me know if you got
let's
a
talk about it.
clothing line that you got going on. Let me know if you got something going on with the youth that I can help sign my kids up for. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? Let's just network.
Yeah,
and
That's
build.
all it is.
And at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't respect nothing else,
Man, have some self-respect.
have some self-respect.
There we
We
go.
out.
And we out.
Salute.
Love.